Do-do-do-do. Well, how are you doing, guys and girls, lads and lasses? Are we all well? Are we going to break this curse of Coventry City? It's about time we beat these, isn't it? It's about time we beat these, surely goodness. Ah, oh, dear me. Oh, I just need a drink of water. Oh, I've got it on here. Hello everybody, I have got a new microphone as well, so I should, hopefully I sound a bit better today. I don't sound as tinny. Let me just get...
Before we break it. Odds on. Rob, thank you.
Yeah, we've got the build-up of the game, but we've got the music getting played on in the background. So I hope you can all hear me loud and clear. So let's go back. Terry, the Mad Mistakes, has had a good stream. Yeah, thanks, the Mad Mistake. Enjoy the stream today. Enjoy your match today. Marine Fish Keeper says hopefully 3 points today. CABBIE, mate. Yeah, we hope so. That would be absolutely class if we could. So then I'm just going to get caught up on some stuff here. So how's everybody been? Are you all being alright? Thanks Gordon for putting the team up. Janet says good day CABBIE. Subs T Watson, Rusin, Nokia, Eliza, Mienda, Jones, Hajeldi, Connolly, Ballard and Alesic. And we've got on the team, we have Romain Mundell and Patrick Roberts to return the starting 11. Of course, replacing Aaron Connolly and Tommy Watson, who have been named along the subs. So yeah, that's pretty much decent. Gordon Seymour, the there we go. I'm just pinning that to the top. The thingy, where's it got? Unpin message, and I'm going to be pinning the starting lineup. There we go. So starting lineup is Moore, Sirkin, O'Nien, Meffem, Hume, Brown, Neil, Mundell, Roberts and Isator, and we've already gone through the subs. I just so much want to beat these today, like. So I will be muting it in a minute right now because I will get a copyright. Nothing serious, but it even picks up on the bugle when they play the last call. Dear me. Ed Cullion. Hello mate. Hello Razzle Clark. It says 3-0 or 3-1. Razzle Clark afternoon. Dougie Stewart. Hello Dougie. Chris Hall. Hello Chris. Etienne Lamar, hi CABBIE and all, double curse as Realist Labrie was given manager of the month, I know. Loud and clear says Ed. Alan Ray, hello Alan, hope you're well. Paul Graham, a bit loud to be honest mate. Is it a bit loud? Well, we can soon sort that out. Here we go. Let's have a look at that. Hopefully that is a bit better. I'm now into the green levels. Just keep me, you guys keep me in check whether that audio is fine. I've just turned it down a little bit. I've got a new microphone I paid for the other day. It's going to make me sound better for you guys, not as tinny. But thanks, Paul, for letting me know. Hello, Kingfisher. Hello, Keith Lupton. Good day from Perth. Gordon Seymour. I had to turn my sound down now. James B. Afternoon from Peru. Hope everybody's in Peru. And I'm going to just shut my mouth now because they're doing the minute silence. Yeah.
So referee Lee Doughty blowing to end the 2-minute silence, and a magnificent display.
Yeah, cheers Andrew, I'm hoping you can hear everything better now. 3-0 says Gary, still owe Jimmy Hill 1. Duns, afternoon Cabby, I think we'll win today 3-1, couple from Isidore and Rig, back to winning ways, however lads. SGS says this could go either way, their players will be well up for this, might have to weather the storm. And I've got to now mute this again. Oh, this music thing's a carry on, isn't it? It's a pain in the backside, but I've got to stick to them rules. Yes, SJ, and that 2 minutes was impeccable. Luna Squad says 4-0. Well, that's brave. The pack Andrew, here we go again. Hello, mate. 3-0 SCFC. Hello, Col. Our front three are frightening, by the way. Hope you're doing alright, Col. Fingers crossed, mate. Angela. 1977, you recall Angela. Yeah, I know. I tried to find that on YouTube. You know that there's a clip, but I've not yet found where they're just passing it about.
White shorts, sky blue socks. They've made 4 changes. We'll have to wait and see whether temporary coach Reece Carr.
Thanks for the subscriber already. Thank you.
This afternoon. Couple of enforced changes on.
Can I just do a sound check? You can hear the background commentary, you can hear my commentary as well. Can everybody hear okay, yeah?
Former Coventry keeper Simon Moore jogs down to his goal mouth at the north end of
like
the
I say,
stadium.
if anybody asks why I can't have the commentary on full, because that's really classed as sort of cheating, to be quite honest with you. So I have that on in the background, and me doing the commentary and the watch along with you guys,
and it ended
because I simply have to do that.
What's the chances of another
And
0-0 this
SCFC
afternoon? I suspect
tell me
fairly
to
low,
stop letting me listen to the
But
commentary, then it would have to be
Coventry gonna
coming
get the
from
game
me, but I'll just
underway
copy
this
exactly
afternoon.
word for word what they're saying.
Attacking the north end of the stadium. Whistle blown by the referee. We're underway. The ball pushed back to Bobby Thomas, who sweeps one high up into the Sunderland half. Stretching for it is Brandon Thomas Asante, the Ghanaian who plays up front alongside the American Haji Wright for Coventry. It's come all the way back to Lewis Binks.
Mark Nesbitt, greetings from Kelso, mate. Hope you're well. Sounds good, great.
Look to be Kitching, Binks and Thomas.
Rory McAlpine, no last minute half failure, please, lads, and a nice easy win, thank you. And I hope you like the poppies I've put on the top as well, you can see on my video.
Binks.
Yes, but prefer your old mic. This one's a bit too high pitch. I'll probably just turn it down a bit, mate.
Silver is playing as the left wing back, which we thought might well be the case. So it looks like
there we go. Just turn mine down a bit there. Like
De Silva's the left wing back. Thomas, Binks, and Kitching are the three centre backs.
Okay.
Back with Sunderland centre back Luke O'Nien on the left corner of the 6-yard box this afternoon, played out to Sirkin, still wearing the white bandage round his right wrist, Dennis Sirkin.
Oh, is that a bit better?
Brown trying to wheel the ball away down the left wing to Sirkin, who stumbles slightly in a challenge. He's still going though, trying to push the ball through to Alan Brown, but Coventry win it back. And Liam Kitching,
so
one of the
so let me know if you
players
can hear me all right, and
the
balance is just nice, yeah?
To Joel Latibaudiere and back to Binks, Lewis Binks.
Mark Toll says it's perfect.
At the edge of the
terrible record against
Coventry penalty area. Lewis Binks, former Tottenham and Bologna player. He spent 4 years at Bologna, technically, but he was on loan for a few of those years. The likes of Montreal, Impact, Como, and last season at
Andrew,
Coventry. Here he is,
OBS.
the 23-year-old.
Hello,
plays
James.
it to Kitching, just short of the halfway line. Rigg is just in front of him. And it's played out wide to Jay De Silva.
City in their sky blue strip, almost look like Man City.
The Welshman trying to get the ball worked through to the edge of the Sunderland
he has,
penalty area.
Angela Dirty Boy, yeah.
Nine comes out, tries to find Mundle, but Van Uijk actually is playing as the right wing back here.
Sounds all right.
And Latibaudiere in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's as was for Van Uijk as right wing back, Latibaudiere in midfield. Here he is, the Jamaican, robbed by Rigg, or nearly. He's come back to Binks, he's played it wide to Milan Van Uijk, and the Dutchman has won a corner. Yeah.
Away the lads D Hall, here we go with their set pieces.
To Coventry City. All the players, of course, poppies on their shirts, as the ball placed down on the right side at the north end of the stadium.
I'll have a look, Etienne. I'll have a look.
Coventry, we're in the 4th minute. There's plenty of players all crowded into the
they're out on top
6-yard box. They're all crowding Simon Moore.
When I let my funds build up a little bit more, I'll be getting an even better microphone.
Right-hand side, it's punched away by Moore. He's done well actually to get up and get a fist to the ball. And it bounces through up towards Van Uijk, who's won it in front of Mundle, and plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Brad Collins, drafted in for the injured Dovin this afternoon, the former Barnsley keeper. And he's wearing black and grey on this sort of black and grey afternoon, isn't it? It's not cold, it's a dull, overcast, miserly sort of day. There's a long kick up towards De Silva, is headed away by Hume. Rigg now gets it in front of Latibaudiere, plays it back to Dennis Sirkin on the left-hand side, forwards to Alan Brown. And Brown just short of halfway, plays it back to Luke O'Nien. And O'Nien will play it across here to Chris Mepham, who turned 27 last week. And out to Roberts on the right wing, inside the Coventry half.
He's got gloves on.
He is wearing gloves. He's trying to lob the keeper from a long way out, and the ball just bounced harmlessly into Collins' hands. Ben Wilson.
Is it that cold?
It's not actually. I don't think it's that cold, but Patrick Roberts obviously feels the cold. He's got his long sleeve shirt on as well, with his black gloves. Ben Wilson, the Sunderland-born Coventry keeper, would have loved to have played today. He'd have had his chance with Dovin being injured, but unfortunately Ben Wilson's injured as well, so that didn't quite pan out for him, as Hume is fouled on the left wing by Haji Wright, the American striker.
I just don't want another 0-0
sign from Antalyaspor.
Dodgy few moments. Jerry, little dweller, right? Hello, Jerry, all right?
Paid a lot of money for
got something to prove.
Did,
have.
Yeah.
6 million.
Middlesbrough won 5-1. Was that today? Or was it? I've been that busy. Who did Middlesbrough play
Simon Moore
against?
now kicks out from his penalty area, out to Sirkin, back inside to Dan Neil. Neil finds Hume with a nice pass and out to Roberts on the right touchline on halfway.
If anybody knows any
inside to Rigg,
scores in the
gives the ball away
championship
to
that's been
Silva.
played early today, let
Comes
us
back
know.
then to Kitching,
I've been so
Latibaudiere.
busy. I've been
He
tidying
gets
up
it back.
the
Joel
studio over there.
Latibaudiere back out to Kitching. He's lifted one down the left wing, trying to get it to right. Mepham's above him, gets the ball to Hume, and Hume, the Silva goes to close him now.
Middlesbrough
Hume
beat
plays it down the
Luton
line.
5-1.
Roberts tried to roll the defender, and the ball's gone out off
Really?
Kitching for a Sunderland throw. Wolves 1, Southampton 0 in the Premier League. 6 minutes into the game this afternoon, live on BBC
Score
Radio
predictions,
Newcastle.
I don't know.
Got a double bill this weekend because
I
tomorrow
hope it's
afternoon
not under the 0-0.
it's a 2 o'clock kickoff for
York 5,
Newcastle United at
Hartlepool
Nottingham
3.
Forest.
So
We'll
John
bring you that
Corker,
live
Bury beat
as
Luton
well, of
5-1.
course,
That's nuts,
with
man.
Razor Hernando. There's a break now for Sirkin over the halfway line. Down the left wing, Mundle's out wide on the touchline. Mundle cutting back inside now.
Field fly. Hey,
Van
Cabby,
Dijk
we've got
in
this. I
front of
hope
him. It's
so.
played back
Cardiff
to
on Blackburn
O'Nien on the
3.
halfway line.
Big shout
And
out to
O'Nien
Piggy
tapping
from
it now to
Stanley.
Neil
Darryl
down
Snape.
the left. There's a
Stoke
Mundle
won,
looking to try and make a
Millwall
break
won.
into
So
the box.
Millwall
It's gone
dropped
wider to
2
Sirkin. Low
points.
ball played in straight to the goalkeeper at the foot of the left-hand post, the near post. 0-0 still these opening stages.
Gary, I think
Coventry's record, well, they last
music, afternoon
5
Cabby, and everyone
games,
sounds like
lost
you're
2,
using laptop
won
mic instead
2
of
and
headset.
drawn
Check
1.
your OBS settings board. I'll have a
Which
look,
wouldn't
mate,
normally
after this game.
necessarily
I'll
led to a
find out
manager
what's
being
what.
sacked. There are other things going on at Coventry City, which led to Mark Robins leaving this week. All 4 wins this season for Coventry. They've scored 3 goals in each of the wins.
Away from home.
No, both a mix of
I think what it
home
is
and away.
because
I know they scored 3 at Middlesbrough.
Yeah, 3 at Middlesbrough. They scored 3 against Luton at
the
home
start
in a
of
3-2 win, a late winner.
Coventry
but apparently
always
that was an offside
surge, and
goal, but it
always
stood.
end up being
3-0
strong
at
at the
home
end
to
of the season.
Blackburn, and 3-2 they beat Oxford at home as well early in the season. Hume forwards to Rigg, leaves it for Roberts. Back to Rigg, a bit harshly, but Rigg's managed to get it inside to Roberts, who's now at the edge of the area, still going into the penalty area, and wins a corner off Binks. Tried to sweep the ball in, and it crashed off Lewis Binks. It's Sunderland's first corner.
I think what we've seen as well the last two or three games, Nick, is that especially when Roberts goes on the outside, he's not afraid to use that right foot now.
Well, we'd like to see more of it. He's going to take the corner. Mundle's down with him as well. Southwest corner. They are just off the penalty spot, or just on the penalty spot. Sunderland's predominantly 5 players up, with Rigg on the 6-yard line, 4 defenders and the keeper
John Corker
in the
watching you and
6-yard
listening in
box. Here's
sunny,
Roberts' corner,
Fuengirola.
and
Welcome.
it's directed to the penalty spot, but it's easily dealt with and cleared eventually by Haji Wright over the halfway line, right back up to Hume. He taps it on to Neil, back to Hume, and Meppham gets the ball now.
We
Back
really
to
need to
Hume on
improve
this
our corners,
right-hand
I think,
side. He drives it on over the halfway line. Isidore keeping an eye on it. Binks has headed it awkwardly back for the keeper. He's had to rush out and play it out into touch. Wasn't the cleanest of communication, clearest of communication between the two.
No, he could have picked it up.
And well, panicked, didn't he?
Yeah.
Brad Collins. So Hume with a throw, 20 yards from the corner on the right-hand side. 0-0, 9th minute of the game.
Hopefully another
Looking for a
clean
bit of
sheet, but a
movement
better
here.
performance
Roberts
today, yeah.
gets the ball, brings it
368
down,
in the
wrestles
channel.
with right,
Thank you for
ball goes
watching.
out.
If you're
Throw
new, click
to
the
Coventry,
subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. Thank
who
you
are
very
at
much. It'd be
home
much
to
appreciated.
Sheffield United when the international break is over.
Thanks for the
Derby
subscriber
1,
there.
Plymouth 0. Plymouth, I mean, they can't buy an away win, can they? But at home, they're pretty strong. Wayne Rooney back at his former club this afternoon. Throw to Sunderland on the right-hand side, halfway inside the Coventry half. Maybe a little bit more than that. Hume will take it, of course. Rigg and Roberts. They need some movement, some help here. Hume, Rigg's made the move down towards the goal line. Puts it in the air, it's an up and under. Haji Wright heads it on to Roberts.
Hi David.
Rigg, nice ball back to Neil, outside the box. Sirkin urged to shoot, just wouldn't roll for him in that sense. Mundle now down the left, it's passed to Mundle. Van Uijk on his shoulder, Back to Sirkin.
Can't have the commentary
He's
too
got
loud,
Torp
David,
in
because
front of
it'll be
him.
classed as
And
just
now Mundle trying to
having the commentary and not me. I've got
twist
to
and
have
turn his way
a
through on the
mixture.
touchline, but it's out for a throw
I've got
to Sunderland.
I'm sure you can hear the commentary a little bit in the background, but I've got to do
Victor
the
Torp
talking over as well.
Drafted in as well, the Dane,
Um,
into midfield for Coventry in the absence of one or two players.
Geez, not beat these since 2007, I know.
He tried to wrestle Sirkin, who
Great
crosses, lovely ball in. Binks heads it on the 6-yard line into the air, nodded down by Roberts, but it's Haji Wright who's got the ball now, and Coventry on the break. Mepham comes in, great tackle. It could set Roberts away down the right side of the penalty area to the goal line. He's taking it into the penalty box now, and he's pulled it back to Rigg. Rigg curls the ball towards Mundle at the far post, but Van Dijk heads it away off Mundle. Mundle keeps it in. He could have let it go for the corner. He's taking it on past the Dutchman if he can, onto his right foot. Crosses here. Oh, it's come down, and Roberts can't get the shot away. Comes back down again, and another attempt by Rigg is blocked at the edge of the 6-yard box, and comes in again to be cleared by Latibaudiere. And now out to Neil. Neil trying to get round Latibaudiere, but it's stabbed away the ball, and now Thomas Asante trying to get the ball to right, but it's gone straight to Mepham. Back to Rigg. Rigg now playing it across through the centre circle to Sirkin. Roberts will be wondering how he didn't score then. Yeah. Just couldn't dig it out in front of the keeper to knock it home from a yard, really.
And Roberts is going
and
through
now here's
a
O'Nien
drought,
again
but
on
we're
the halfway
attacking, that's
line.
good.
Down this right-hand side. Rolls it into space. Hume down the right, crosses first time. Great ball in. Van Dijk managed to turn the ball out to the edge of the area. Rigg was coming in. Coventry clear into touch.
We need to keep this up all game.
Well, they're battering.
We need to just destroy these
on
from
the door
off.
here. Sunderland can just create another opening. Roberts cross into the box. It comes off Isidore. Out to the edge of the area. De Silva looking for Wright. Thomas Asante's looking to break. O'Nien's trying to stick with Haji Wright. Wide on the left. Haji Wright still going, the American international. Edge of the penalty area, and he slips inside of O'Nien in the penalty area, but he's lost control of the ball, and Mepham puts it behind for a corner.
Well done. Good defending there by Luke O'Nien.
Wright's a bit of a handful,
that's
isn't
how
he?
it goes,
He's got a bit of pace.
6'3" as well.
Quite physical.
15 caps for America, 4 goals. This corner from the left now at the north end for Coventry City in the 13th minute, and
good
sky blue.
By Luke
Victor Torp is going to take the corner.
They know all about Simon Moore. That's why they've crowded him.
Yeah,
the commentary's on BBC Radio Newcastle, and it's also on SAFC.
Piling into the 6-yard box. The ball played right down the throat of the keeper.
I'm paying a subscription to SAFC.
Edge of the area, complete miss kick by Jack Rudoni.
And that's what you're hearing. You're hearing the commentary as well in the background.
Put back in
through SAFC
and
website,
headed
which
clear
I'm paying
again
for.
by Sunderland, by Mepham. Headed on back towards the edge of the penalty area as a leap by Torp. And the ball, well, the flag's not come up. Sunderland were appealing for offside. The flag didn't come up. He's not given it, the assistant.
Just
and
check
now
everybody can still hear me all right,
Torp has gone down holding his clutching his face.
You are joking.
And the referee has stopped the game. Roberts is furious.
That's why it is.
Well, it's a head injury. Torp made out that he was hit in the face, I think.
Yeah, we need a goal.
Spoken to him.
Yeah, right,
Mepham is talking to Lee Doughty now as well.
These things happen, Nick, don't they?
Yeah.
You know.
Roberts wasn't best pleased about it, but free kick to Sunderland.
Is he going
which is a strange one actually, because the referee's come back to have a word with Patrick Roberts here, who's got to be careful. Oh, he's going to be suspended. It's a 5th yellow card for Patrick Roberts.
What was that?
I'll tell you what.
I wonder if that was dissent.
We like to get yellow cards, us, don't we? We're going to have Nick's squad left.
But it means he's now going to miss the game at Millwall. It's his 5th yellow card of the season.
We're going to have to play the lasses. How many yellow cards do we get?
Will frustrate him even more. Exasperated. Roberts is right in front of Reggie Slabreeze.
Just keep your mouth shut. You cannot answer back to the ref too much. You should know by now.
I don't understand this. If the Coventry player was the player fouled, why has Sunderland got the free kick?
Just keep your mouth shut, man.
He's now made it a drop ball. He's changed his mind about that, Lee Doughty. and
Oh, that
Mepham
was
kicks
Smith.
the ball
Oh, well,
up
that's
into
from
the Coventry
Gazzy.
half. It's 0-0 into the 16th minute, but one of those
It was
players on 4
pathetic,
yellow
SJ.
cards has
It was
unfortunately
pathetic.
picked up the 5th. Got to hope now that Hume and Rigg can see the game out without picking up yellow cards. Here's Roberts, who's fouled by Torp and De Silva.
What's going to happen there, referee? You know, it's...
The referee's starting to make a hash of this now, like. They really are.
Well, the free kick's been awarded to Sunderland. The two Coventry players between them brought Roberts down. Hume will take the free kick. It's just in front of Regis Lebris. And Neil, he's jogged backwards down the right wing, but it's played inside to Roberts in the centre circle. Across here now to Sirkin. Sirkin, third of the way inside the Coventry half, out to Mundle on the touchline, slips it inside again to Brown, back to Mundle, his cross, Isidore!
Get
what a goal! What
That's
a goal!
class! Absolute class from Wilson Isidore.
That's a training ground goal, that, Nick. That is a training
Beautiful
ground goal.
volley lobbed over Collins into the
Open the
corner.
door, get on the floor.
And Wilson
We have
Isidore
Wilson Isidore.
gives Sunderland
Open
the
the door,
lead.
get on the floor. We have
the sort
Wilson
of stuff you work
Isidore.
on in a
Come
training ground.
on!
You know, great play on that left-hand side, great 1-2,
Oh,
great
what a
movement by
goal,
Isidore
Kevin
to that
Phillips style,
but
that
what a
was.
finish.
Lovely finish from him.
What a
Circle
goal!
to Mundle's
Mundle.
lovely cross and the volley from Isidore's.
Come on,
perfect.
let's just bury these, please. Just keep this going.
Just perfect off
Come
his
on.
left foot over the keeper.
What a goal.
It's a great goal. Great finish. Great technique.
That's massive.
Well, I talked about Roberts picking up a 5th yellow card.
Luke
Isidore's
O'Nine's
just picked up a 5th
Wilson
goal
Isidore
of the
up
season.
there, like.
He doesn't score tap-ins, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that was sexy,
Wonderful goal,
man.
that, Nick.
Lovely goal.
Yeah,
That was sexy.
you just got to applaud it.
Yeah.
There's now Coventry can do about that. That's quality. And
Oh,
you know,
oh,
when we
that
talk
gets
about
better and
Preston
better every
midweek,
time I see it.
and you talk about the 2 changes. That's the difference. Robert set everything up there.
Yeah, he did.
He set everything
set it
up.
all up. He started it all
started
up.
it all.
Come on, Sunderland, keep this
He
going.
set
Keep
it
this
underway from
going.
the centre circle.
And then
to
you've got
Sirkin.
Mundle, who's the quality cross.
Yeah.
And then you got Wilson Isidore, who's finished it.
Well, now Coventry then on the back foot. They're 1-0 down. Sunderland, Isidore in the 17th minute, we're in the 18th minute now.
Oh, where's Sunderland?
As the ball back with
This
Binks.
is class.
Plays it
Come
across on the right-hand side to Thomas, Bobby Thomas, former Everton,
Get
Burnley
in.
centre-back, signed from Burnley in 23. Here's
Hit that subscribe button, thanks,
Jack
and
Rudoni,
give us a like,
remember
give us
him
a
at
thumbs
AFC
up if you're
Wimbledon.
happy with
Yeah.
this scoreline so far.
back in the League One days.
Back in the day.
Get in.
Back in the day. So 19 minutes in, Sunderland 1, Coventry City 0. Haven't beaten Coventry since 2007. 8 attempts, 4 wins for Coventry and 4 draws.
Do not allow
Including
them
that
back in.
absolutely mad game here, which finished 5-4 to Coventry.
Ooh,
Here's
that was
Hadji
a
Wright
goal,
down the
that was a
left-hand
goal.
side. He's got support from De Silva coming down the left. Here he is on the left of the penalty area, and De Silva plays it back and to Wright and Rudoni.
That was lovely.
And De Silva trying to slip it into Wright, who holds up firm and finds Rudoni behind him, and it's blocked by Hume, but it comes straight to Rudoni again, who gets a shot away, but straight down
Thanks
goes
for the
Simon Moore,
subscriber,
makes a
thank
save
you.
at the post. Still 1-0 to Sunderland. Simon Moore in his green goalkeeping outfit.
Just keep this intensity
Rolls
up,
the ball
Sunderland.
out here
Just keep it going.
to Hume on the right-hand side, down the line. Oh, lovely turn by Rigg, and he's tripped up by
He's got to
Latibodiere.
be. You know, he sets the precedent, the referee, by booking Roberts. For
I mean,
what was
Bennett's
it?
right there, like.
I'm
And then,
I'm certain
you know.
dissent was why Roberts was booked. He walked away. He was muttering away. Roberts. I think that's what he was booked for. Because ultimately
Leeds
it wasn't a free
in front
kick. It was a
against
drop ball.
QPR,
So there was no
apparently.
foul committed
Cheers,
by
Gary.
Roberts. So he
Another
must have said
class goal.
something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Mundle cutting inside, cutting through to the middle of the Coventry half, and Rigg trying to run on the end of it. In the end, I think he tried to make the best of a bad job. There was a heavy touch. He's come back out now in midfield to Hadji Wright, and he's pushed down by Mepham. So a free kick to Coventry on the left of their midfield. Leeds 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0.
Susan
So,
Prescott saying
things
goal.
not getting any better for
Coventry's
Queen's
not
Park Rangers,
equalised.
who were
Because I
thrashed
know
by
you guys are a
Middlesbrough
bit ahead.
in the week.
Unless you're just catching
Middlesbrough,
up with us,
incidentally, who
Susan, and
thrashed
we've
Luton
scored.
today 5-1.
1-0.
Tony Mowbray was at the game commentating for our colleagues at BBC Radio Tees.
Not guilty offside.
As well, Thomas Asante has got the ball. He's not offside, and he's on the left edge of the Sunderland penalty area. Puts a ball into the box. It's headed behind by O'Nien.
Well done, Luke O'Nien.
Rudoni was behind him. It's another Coventry corner. Torp will
I don't know,
go
SJ.
down to the left here to take
I haven't got Sky on
this
mate.
third
When you fall in love
Coventry
with
corner.
the sea of red and white, it brings the best out of you. I know.
Wilson Isidore's goal then.
Ed, it was a
between
class
the two
goal.
sides at the moment. We're just about halfway through the first half. Been a lively start actually, and Sunderland have been predominantly on top.
It's got to be stronger, Simon Moore.
Again, surrounding Moore. The ball floats in towards him. It's headed out by Mepham. It's going to come out into midfield to De Silva, who
Keep it
stabs it
going, lads.
away to Van Uijk, who pushes it on again. Latibaudiere and De Silva behind him, and De Silva curls the ball into the penalty area. It's hooked high in the air by Hume. It's going to drop back down here on the right, bounces over Patrick Roberts, and there's a bit of
It was like a
between him
Kevin
and Torp.
Phillips
Torp
style
ends up on
goal,
his
wasn't it?
backside.
The way he just
And
came
it's a
across
throw
and
to
he
Coventry
was
down the left
backwards
wing,
to the goal and he sort of
halfway
twisted
inside the
and
Sunderland half.
volleyed
Silva
it
will
half
take it quickly.
on the side of his foot.
Norwich 0,
Looped
Bristol
over the
City
keeper.
1. As now Liam Kitching to Torp, looking for Haji
Cool,
Wright
I
down
like
the left of
Wilson,
the penalty
yeah,
area, blocked
absolutely.
by Mepham. Another corner to Coventry. Clocking them up.
Yeah, again, they fancy themselves from set pieces, don't they? You know, they'll
Keep
get around
defending,
Simon
lads.
Moore here.
Again, crowding. They're going to crowd the 6-yard
Yeah.
box. Up
I
come
think
the big men.
It is good delivery
Isidor's
in as well.
class, isn't he,
Torp does,
Packer?
yeah, he's putting
Yeah,
it
Coventry
into the
do look-
6-yard box.
they
He's
do
putting it
look-
right down there.
Like their set pieces.
Simon Moore standing both arms raised. He's now having to keep a careful eye on this one as he punches it clear. It's headed back by De Silva to the left of the penalty area. Torp curls one back in again. Simon Moore just catches it, rolls it out quickly now on the left-hand side, and it's played on by Dan Neal, and he couldn't get the ball through to Isidore. He knew he was making the run, but it wouldn't get through.
Didn't let Coventry back
to
in.
the
Didn't
goal
give them a
scorer.
sniff. Didn't
One
give them
to
a
his name
sniff.
already this afternoon. Kitching
These are
has it
not
on
the team that Coventry
halfway
have been in the
line
past,
for
who have played
Coventry.
in the
Here's Binks. Now to Kitching again, just left of the centre circle. Rolls it through, looking for Thomas Asante, but the former
is
West
awesome.
Bromwich Albion striker it's intercepted. It's now with Neil again, man on, shouts the crowd. Isidore in the centre circle, lays it off to Sirkin, but he slipped. It rolls past him, it's gone out for a throw to Coventry on the far side. Frustrated Dennis Sirkin. Brentford 0, Bournemouth 1.
Bournemouth
the
going
Premier
well,
League.
mind.
Reece Carr watches on in his blue tracksuit, the 37-year-old Welshman in temporary charge. He's got a UEFA A licence, appointed in the summer as assistant manager. Now Thomas,
84 now likes on the channel, thank you.
Back onto the halfway line. Binks swings the ball out wide on the right over the head of Van Uijk, and it's a throw to Sunderland deep in their own half. Substitutes warming up, that's the applause you can hear away to our left. And the throw for Sunderland. Sirkin will take this.
Cards. Hello mates, just come
halfway
on
side
City,
B.
welcome to the channel. It was a
Sunderland
goal,
half.
Susan,
24th
wasn't
minute
it?
live on
What
BBC
a
Radio
goal.
Newcastle. And Sirkin gets nudged to the referee's going to let. Oh, he's pulled play back.
So
for a
far,
free kick.
Ed.
Out comes O'Nien and plays it square across the pitch, just behind Hume. He had to go back for it. Taps it back behind into Mepham. Mepham through the middle to Neal, and out here on the right to Rigg. And Rigg now going to play this back across to Luke O'Nien. And he let it slip past
I
him
don't
as
think
well.
we can appeal because it was dissenting.
about
He
that
was
side of the
given it
pitch in a
that
minute.
apparently.
Sirkin back to O'Nien into the Coventry half. Short pass to Mundle. Mundle plays it back to Neal. Neal across to Mepham onto the halfway line into the Coventry half and wide to Roberts. Roberts slipping it down the touchline, just kept in by Rigg, but into the path of Binks. And now one back by Hume. plays it in the middle. Neil rolling it to his left to Sirkin. Sirkin, Rudoni on his shoulder, works some space. Sirkin, he's going to play it out to Mundle. Van Uijk is in front of him again. Mundle going to try and come past him. The Dutchman tries to tackle him.
Can we really give my big niece a shout? She's 9. Anna. Hello, Anna. How are you doing from the MACKEM CABBIE channel? Anna Henderson. She's a Sunderland fan. There we go, fella. 491 now watching. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button if you want new.
25 yards out.
Thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 100 likes today.
Mundle still just crouched over. Luke O'Nien's come across for a word. Patrick Roberts is going to take the free kick by the look of things. 2 in the wall at the corner of the penalty area. Mundle just limps away behind Patrick Roberts. And now stands just over the ball, Mundle. Roberts looks poised to whip this in with his left foot.
Anytime, Packer.
Referee's come back into the penalty area. There's a line of 4 Sunderland players behind.
Thanks for the subscriber there.
The line of 6 or 7 Coventry defenders.
Come on, Sunderland.
We need another goal about this one.
We do need
in terms of offside. The ball whipped in by Roberts, and it's dropped down here to O'Nien. He couldn't control it on the right of the 6-yard box, and it goes behind off him for a goal kick.
Good ball in.
SG, our set pieces have to be better.
1-0 then still to Sunderland.
Set pieces are awful.
27th minute. The goal coming in the 17th minute. And the ball tapped by Binks to the goalkeeper Brad Collins. And screaming for it out on the left wing is Kitching. It's played short though to Binks. And now Binks out to Kitching on the left. It's intercepted by Dan Neil, who puts it out for a throw to Coventry in their own half on the left, quite deep in their own half on the left-hand side.
Thanks for the 2
Sunderland's
subscribers
bench,
there,
incidentally.
thank you.
Blondie, Ballard, Mayenda, Rusin, Connolly, Alexic, Hjelde, Watson and Jones.
I still can't believe Middlesbrough won 5-1 against Luton.
De Silva with a throw.
He's going to get
back
the sack
to
that Luton
Kitching
manager.
In the corner. Isidore went to close him down. It's headed away though by Rudoni. Came down for Hume. Thomas Asante wins it back. Rudoni now playing it back again to Binks. Isidore is buzzing around. He's closed the keeper down, but the keeper's got the kick away. Up to the halfway line. O'Nien down on his knees, heads it on to Brown. Brown under pressure from Torp has fouled. It's a free kick again to Sunderland.
Philip McKee, only just tuning in, how we doing? Why do we seem to get a yellow card at every foul? It was for dissent, Philip. We're playing superb. We are playing really well, and it was a brilliant goal by Wilson Isidore. Superb goal. Proper Kevin Phillips style. Fiona McLeod. Hello, Fiona. Are you alright?
On the right, looks up, passes it on to Rigg. Nice little turn inside to shake off 2 defenders. Then he runs into Torp. No foul, says the referee. Riggs on the deck, picks himself up. The ball floated up by Thomas, looking for Thomas Asante, but Hume gets in front of him, and he's managed to turn the ball away down the right. Roberts went to try and flick it on with his head, but it dropped for Kitching. And now Neil claiming the ball when it went out came off a Coventry player, and it's
when you hear
Sunderland throw on this right-hand side.
The chance is gone. Or whatever.
1-0 Sunderland lead.
We've hit 100 likes. Thank you very much.
In the first half.
Thank you indeed.
Rigg is won by Rudoni.
And
comes
thanks
back
for the other
to
subscriber as well.
And floats up into the Coventry half. Binks.
All the better for seeing the scoreline, Fiona. Absolutely. It needs to be better though. We need 2 or 3 in there as well.
Binks back to Thomas, bypassing. Kitching back to Thomas, bypassing Binks out on the right to Van Uijk.
This is our stadium, this is our church, this is our temple.
And probably Kitching,
yes, this going to be our season? We need to show Coventry who's the boss here. We need to play it through the middle.
Torp just lays it off behind to Latibaudiere. Back again, I'm sorry, it was Rudoni who laid it off, and it's out on the right again to Thomas. Now looking for Torp, but it's swept past the Dane.
Excellent.
To Simon Moore.
Good shape by Sunderland.
So Simon Moore has the ball in his right hand. He's got Mepham one side of him. He's closed down by Hadji Wright. Passes the ball out wide to Sirkin. Sirkin, it's a big kick.
That's a great ball. Up
into the Coventry half. Mundler's motoring here, but he's going to get back to the goalkeeper the ball, and he clears.
But don't forget, we've still got our new signings we've not even seen yet.
Binks. Isidore on his shoulder, then Kitching, and Kitching
just got up this morning, just in time for the goal. Thanks for waiting. You're welcome, Doug. How are the lads, says Janet.
Back to
hello,
Binks.
Paige Lee, are you alright?
And Binks drives this up, looking for the run of Haji Wright down the left-hand side, lets it drop over his shoulder, and it's MACKEM who gets a foot to it.
Stephen Lane, hi, 24/7 MACKEM CABBIE, man. Nice
MACKEM
early goal.
back.
I would be more happy with another
And a
goal
free
or two.
kick on
Oh,
the
wouldn't we
right-hand
all,
side.
Stephen? Wouldn't we all?
It's Tommy Watson. He's gone out for a little run out down the touchline. He's joined by a couple of others. I think Alekcic is one of them, and possibly Harrison Jones. The ball across to Dennis Sirkin. Coventry got two goalkeepers on the bench, actually, two youngsters, Luke Bell and Dan Rachel. Ironically, Sunderland they have a Luke Bell in the academy as well, but he's not a goalkeeper. Here's O'Nien.
Good, you missed the goal.
AFC Fylde 1,
Don't worry, it's worth seeing it
0.
again.
Here it's 1-0 to Sunderland at the moment. Rigg turns to Silva, then gets fouled. It's a
That
free
goal
kick
was sexy with a capital
to
S.
Sunderland, just
An
in
even
front
bigger
of
Y
Reece
at the
Carr.
end.
Just inside the Coventry half.
Wouldn't
Rigg
it be
gets
great
to
if
his
we could
feet.
beat these near the international break?
Roberts retrieves the ball, taps it to Trey Hume, and Hume taps it to Roberts. Roberts back to MACKEM, and he plays it to Luke O'Nien in the middle of the Sunderland half. In the
36,
32nd
Ethan,
minute,
watching
Brown
from Australia,
lays it off
2:30 AM.
to MACKEM,
Welcome,
out to Hume.
Ethan. I hope you're well.
Lifted up
Thanks for
into
tuning
the
in.
Coventry half, looking for Isidore, and Latibaudiere had absolutely no idea where the ball had gone. Rigg whipped in and gets the ball away now to Mundle, and Mundle is down the left of midfield. He's got Sirkin with him over there as well. Sirkin now pulling it back to Neil, and Neil to O'Nien, just inside the Coventry half, through the gap for Sirkin on the left of midfield, out to Mundle, left of the penalty area, taking on Van Ewijk. He tried to cross, it's blocked by the Dutchman, and it'll roll out for a Sunderland throw. Some 15-16 yards from the corner on the left-hand side. Quickly taken by Sirkin, gets it back, plays it back behind him again to Neil, and Neil back to O'Nien. O'Nien into the centre circle to MACKEM. Hume to the right. Hume now, Roberts wide of him, but he's got Brown making a run now, out to the right as well.
Absolutely,
it's with Roberts,
Janice,
who lays it off back to MACKEM on the
if the
halfway
centre
line.
for win this, it'll be
And then
massive.
back
It'll be huge, won't
to
it?
Luke O'Nien. Forwards to Sirkin on the left, just inside the Coventry half. Inside to Neil, forwards again to Rigg. Rigg to Sirkin, back to Chris Rigg on the left, and then a short pass to Mundle, back to Rigg, and back onto the halfway line. Luke O'Nien in the centre circle to MACKEM here, and MACKEM
David
out to
Jackson,
Roberts.
afternoon, CABBIE looks a good game.
Goes
We're
down by
playing
De
well,
Silva,
David.
but he's gone
Need
round
that
him,
second,
and he's
though, mate. We need
going to
that
play the
second.
ball into the middle to Neil. Short pass forwards to Rigg, and now to
Mate, that
Roberts
cup of
again.
bubbles- cup
Nice
of
football
bubbles
from
tastes a
Sunderland
little
as they
bit
try and
better
work
at
this
half-time
through. Out to
for the
Sirkin on the
fans.
left. Mundle's wide. Sirkin still going. Rudoni in front of him. Mundle on the touchline, and Mundle will cut back inside now, and then roll it back to Luke O'Nien. Coventry getting everybody back behind the ball with Neil wide to Sirkin. Sirkin
Nice
now
one,
sets
Packer.
it to Mundle. Nice pass. Tried to get it inside past Rudoni. Gets it back. Mundle now pulls it back here at the edge of the area. Isidore. It's straight to the goalkeeper. Again on the outside of his boot.
Yeah. Good play again.
But,
Good retention off the ball
yeah.
by Sunderland.
Open the door. Yeah, on
1-0
the floor.
still
We all
to
open St.
Sunderland.
Isidore.
We're in the 34th minute.
Matthias Card.
Isidore's goal,
Dalner
the difference
from
between the
Argentina.
two,
Let's
the
go
ball at the edge
Sunderland.
of the
Welcome.
Coventry
Argentina.
area. Sunderland pressing. Mundle going to put pressure on the keeper. He gets the ball away up towards Kitching, who heads it on into Thomas Asante, and Rudoni behind him, looking for Wright on the left wing to the corner of the Sunderland penalty area. Trying to drift in here. MACKEM does a great job and lets the ball run for Hume to bring out. Wright tries to win it back and does, finds De Silva. De Silva behind him is Latibaudiere, and then Hume wins it again. Plays it across here to Sirkin, and Mundle flick to Sirkin. What lovely football! An advantage played by the referee as well. Sirkin still going. Sirkin at the edge of the area shoots. Unbelievable!
What a goal that is!
That is absolutely remarkable!
That is a goal!
That is going to be a contender for goal of the season. Dennis Sirkin, absolutely wonderful.
Oh my
We've
God.
been entertained. What a
What a
strike
goal.
that is! That is
That
a
was
goal!
absolutely brilliant.
Oh my God.
Brilliant from Dennis Sirkin. brought it out of his own half, kept going, and just released a rocket past Brad Collins from what, 25 yards? Brilliant goal.
You've got to see that again. Great 1-2. Again with Mundle.
On his left foot, he left Collins absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Dennis
Sirkin, second goal of the season, but it's doubled
he holds his hands
Sunderland's lead here in the first half. They lead by 2-0.
Dennis the Menace.
Come on.
A goal.
Terrific. Honestly, that's going to be one of the goals of the season contenders.
Great
Such a great run.
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
we spoke about the partnerships between Sirkin and Mundle. You know, Hume and Robert.
He hit that ball so true, the ball didn't even move in flight. It was just a rocket.
Great 1-2.
Lovely 1-2 between the pair of them to break from defence.
Come on!
So,
up the Football League we go!
and we are in the 37th minute.
Again, there's not much to do about that.
Nothing.
Just admire and applaud.
Collins was just plucking thin air as that ball whistled past his ear. Here's Neil through now to Rigg into the Coventry half. Mundle's on the left of him. He's made the wrong decision here. He's gone right straight to a Coventry defender. I think he was thinking he could just thread it through to Roberts and Isidore, and Mundle was in a bit of space on the left. But they get it back again here. Brown to Rigg, back to Hume. Hume trying to get it down the right to Neil. De Silva intercepts it. Hume went to make a challenge. It's broken for De Silva again though. Trying to roll it down the left for Haji Wright, but back from Brown to Simon Moore. Passed out here to Sirkin. Torp goes to close him down. Sirkin twists and turns and plays it back behind to O'Nien. O'Nien across now to Mepham. Mepham bringing this on up towards the halfway line on the right hand side. Sunderland 2, Coventry 0. As the ball played by Neil across to Sirkin, urged to shoot from pretty much the halfway line. As the ball comes back to Neil again and back to O'Nien.
Oh man!
Is Mepham in the centre circle to Brown on the right hand side. Brown away from Rudoni, back to Mepham in the centre circle. Forwards to Rigg, back to Brown on halfway on the right hand side, and Brown short pass to Hume.
This
Brown
is class, man.
Back across to
class.
O'Nien, and then to Sirkin. Just rolls it on ahead of him. Sorry, from Neil to Sirkin and out to Mundle. Mundle back to O'Nien. Rigg, O'Nien.
Am I going to be greedy by asking for a third goal before half time? Would that be greedy, do you think, or not?
All this in the Sunderland half at the moment. O'Nien to his right to Mepham. Roberts is wide. Here he is, just down from Regis Lebris. Alan Brown now. Short pass through to Hume in the Coventry half. He tried to find a gap. It's bounced off the defender, kitching for Roberts. Roberts now to Brown, right side of the penalty area. His cross, it's a nice cross. Van Joijk heads it straight down to Mundle. His right foot blocked though at the edge of the area. It comes crashing out up to Thomas Asante. But one back, great tackle by Hume.
Yeah, you did.
Back for Coventry though, and Haji Wright looking to exploit the gap. He's on side into the penalty area and shoots wide on the shoulder.
Cover by Luke O'Nien. Excellent.
O'Nien stuck with him.
Just seeing who we play next, Angela. Hey,
and his shot from his left foot sails into the north stand.
One game at a time. We fear no
Still
one.
Sunderland 2, Coventry 0. About 7 minutes till half time, if that.
Thanks for the subscriber.
Some lovely football being played in this first 45 minutes by Sunderland. Simon Moore has retrieved the ball, pops it down in the middle of the 6-yard line. Mepham kicks it out to Sirkin on the left-hand side, down the left wing to Brown. Latibaudiere goes to close him down. He gets it to Mundle, but a challenge by Latibaudiere. Takes the ball back eventually to Thomas and back to the goalkeeper Collins. Closed down by Isidore. Comes out again into midfield, and Torp has played it away behind for a corner. A little bit rattled, I think, Coventry.
You're right.
pressure.
No way, Cabby, we keep
High
the pressure
press,
on.
Nick.
We've got to. We're top of the league. We've got to do
They
it.
forced the error, didn't they?
No
Sunderland?
short corners.
Yes.
Didn't want any short
It's only their
corners.
second corner, Sunderland, the Roker end on the left-hand side. Mundle and Roberts over on that side. I think
It is Packer. That's brilliant.
Mundle's going to take this one, is he?
Music says, gonna watch that
Sunderland,
replay times over the next few
bodies
days.
Around the penalty,
We do,
penalty
everybody has to
spot,
look
and
up.
then
We need
Roberts
to keep it
short
going.
with Mundle. Mundle now on the left. He curls the ball into the box. It's headed out by Wright. It's come all the way back up to Hume in the centre circle. Drives the ball forwards. It's headed on by O'Nien. It's headed out again, and clash of heads. O'Nien and Rudoni both went for the header. O'Nien straight back up. He's rubbing the back of his head.
We deserve to
Doesn't hang about.
Just for
Yeah,
them two
Rudoni's up
goals
as well.
were won. For them two
He's
goals.
just rubbing his head. And what's the
What's it going to do?
Absolute
goalkeeper's coming
Premier
out to
League
take a kick.
quality finishes those two goals were.
So has he deemed that a foul by Luke O'Nien? Into the last 5 minutes of the first half, Sunderland 2, Coventry 0, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. As Collins with the kick, former Chelsea keeper Brad Collins,
This is nuts.
but signed
This
from
is
Barnsley last year. Here's Roberts, the nod down from Isidore. Roberts wide on the right, inside the
Thanks for the
Coventry
subscriber,
half.
3,260
Three players around him, slips the
subscribers
ball
now,
into
thank
Alan
you.
Brown at the front of the centre circle. Sirkin wants it rolls through to Mundle. Mundle now shakes off Van Uijk, and he's in the middle of the Coventry half.
The
Looks for
attendance
Rigg.
gets
Rigg
mentioned
comes
about
back out away 'cause
17
the
minutes or
Silver's
so
on his
before
shoulder.
full time.
Neil rolls it
It'll be
on
over
to
40,000 definitely.
Brown wide on the left, back into Dan Neil, back to Alan Brown, and back again to Luke O'Nien, and he plays it across to Trey Hume here, just inside the Coventry half.
You're all right,
Hume
Packer. Hope it
plays
spreads.
it across again to Brown, down the line, Mundle, and back again here onto the halfway line, and back to O'Nien, forwards again Dan Neil. Neil, it's broken for Rudoni on the touchline. Van Uijk is behind him, slipped into Latibaudiere, back then to Binks, and then Kitching back to Binks inside the Coventry half. Isidore goes to close him down. We're in the 43rd minute. Here's Latibaudiere again,
Great game
the
today.
Jamaican
Absolutely
international, out to De Silva, inside to Wright. Haji Wright looks up, and he's going to go to De Silva again down the left-hand side, and then play back out to De Silva, inside again.
That's
on the
actually
left of
sung to a
midfield
very
with
famous
Kitching, and
tune
now
in the
Torp.
80s by a
Torp
group
back
called Was
here
Not
to
Was.
Latibaudiere, slips it
Anybody
into
knows- anybody
Rudoni
know
just
the chap
outside
what
the
the
D,
tune's off?
back into
I
the
do,
centre circle,
'cause I'm singing
through
it.
the middle of Latibaudiere. Is a bit too harsh for him. Brown wins it, finds De Silva, finds Isidore. Now Rigg, great ball through to Mundle. Mundle has got Thomas in front of him. Mundle still going into the penalty area, left foot over the bar and behind for a goal kick.
My 8-year-old son's singing the Isidore chant while he's
Didn't
playing
settle himself.
Minecraft.
He could probably have tried to take it on and take Thomas on as well, couldn't he
Yeah.
then? But he decided to shoot. And it's a goal kick to
Open the door. That's in
Coventry.
the
Look at the
lyrics. Open
Coventry
the door
team,
because
and
we've
I'm
got
mentioning
another goal.
the fact they've got
Get on the floor.
Jamaican
Get
international,
down.
Ghanaian international.
It
an
is, it's
American
dinosaur.
international. By personnel, they
chaka
are
chaka
far
laka boo.
better than their league
Chaka
position
chaka boom boom.
suggests. It's just
something like that, isn't it?
someone needs to come in and gel the team together,
Aga
don't they?
laga
Indeed.
boom. Ooh, aga laga boom boom.
That's why they most probably have made the change.
Kick from Collins, swings to the left, Wright heads it on, Mepham heads it away, Neil hooks it into the Coventry half, the 44th minute,
I'm nuts, I know I am.
on the halfway line. Milan Dan Uijk, he plays it wide, and over on that far wing, it's played inside to Torp,
Third would
back
be
to
nice, wouldn't it?
Rudoni, and then across here now to Kitching.
Wouldn't you cup of tea and your
Kitching
bottles and
in the
whatnot,
centre
taste
circle
sweet.
with Bink.
It's
Binks
half
to
time.
Thomas,
Papa was a
wide
rolling
again to
stone.
Van Uijk, and he plays it inside again to Rudoni. Quick flick through to Thomas Asante. O'Nien trying to kick the ball away. It eventually comes for Sirkin to clear onto the chest of Isidore. We're in the last minute of the 45, and here's Roberts on the halfway line on the
Great
right hand
performance
side,
from Sunderland this
trying to
night.
twist away from Kitching,
567
runs into
now,
De
tuning
Silva.
in. Hello,
Ball
everyone.
goes out. It's a throw to Sunderland just inside the Coventry half. The fourth official is Ruben Ricardo. He'll be out with the board in just a moment. He's strolling back down to get the ball to
Good
show us
tune,
how
Mark.
much time will be added on. I suspect a minute or two. We
Wouldn't it
haven't
be
had
funny
many
if that
stoppages.
song spread in the stadium of light started
Hume
singing
with his
that
throw,
song?
just in front
So
of
that
Reece
come from
Carr,
here.
drops to Rigg. Foul by Latibaudiere. There's a minimum minute. It'll be a free kick to Sunderland with 45 seconds left of that
Monday
minute.
morning.
Minimum minute.
Absolutely, Packer.
I always think it's funny because they always stress the minimum, and yet people always complain.
Oh,
he's
it's
paid the 5
definitely
minutes. What's he doing?
an earworm, Andrew.
He's played the minute and put us a minimum. MACKEM back to Neil in the middle of the Sunderland half. Forwards now to Brown. MACKEM again on this right hand side and loops one down the right wing, looking for Isidore, but it's looped out for a throw to Coventry City
Elaine
on this left hand
Slater
side,
says,
which
come on, Coventry,
Liam Kitchen's
don't
going
let
to
the
take
MACKEM
back
scum beat you.
to Lewis Binks, then forwards just a few yards to Thomas. Seconds left of this minimum minute.
Is that a Newcastle
no
fan?
longer
I
minimum
detect
because we're into the
there,
second
Elaine?
minute
Or
now
are you
of
Coventry
added time.
through?
As the ball swept forwards down the left by
Stephen Lane,
Kitching down the left of
MACKEM
the
CABBIE, I
Sunderland
know we
penalty
have
area,
a
and that
long way
will
to
be
go for the season, but I've never felt so excited.
half-time.
I know.
Sunderland head in, leading 2-0 with
There's
two
no need for the
wonderful
word
goals, it has to be
scum,
said,
Elaine. I
from
do not
Wilson
mind
Isidore and Dennis
banter
Serkin.
and having a bit of a
Absolutely
laugh.
cracking finishes
But,
from the pair of them. Could probably
if
have
it
had a
gets
couple
bit
more
personal,
with the
then
possession
you're out
that they've
the
had
door
and the chance
with
that
Wilson
they've
Isidore.
managed to try and engineer
Wilson
getting
Isidore's
into the
now,
Coventry penalty area, but they've dominated the first half. They lead by 2 goals to 0. The only glitch in this is the fact that Patrick Roberts picked up a suspension.
Yeah, indeed. And you've got to say Sunderland are getting themselves a reputation now, aren't they? You know, the amount of people who we speak to from the media who said Sunderland are the best team they've seen this season, and on that 45 minutes which we've seen the way they've controlled, managed the game, but you know, this icing on the cake is the goals. We've seen some.
Well, we are muted that for the half time. Actually, I'm just going to remove Elaine anyway. I'm not having it. Anybody that just gets personal, insulting or anything like that. Oh, there you go. I mean, come in and say, Newcastle here, come on Coventry, don't let Sunderland, or don't let the Red and Whites or the MACKEMs, don't let the MACKEMs win, aye. But if you're personal, then you can go away and tie-dye your neighbour's curtains, away you going. No time for it in here. You've got that on vinyl. Ah, dear me. We're unstoppable, says Gary. So far, so good. Well played, Sunderland. Elaine Slater supports every team Sunderland play against. Adam French, morning Cabby. F the Mags. Great show, mate. And no need for tosses. No. It's up to them. They can come in. They can have a banter. But I draw the line. I'm gonna delve into social media, you know. Just eating my chocolate bar. Just going to take this phone call. Hold on. I'm just on the phone to the old wife there. Oh, how mad is this? Regis LeBree's on the phone. Try and get him on the channel for an interview. That'd be mad. Cheers for the subscriber, thank you. Ah, dear me. David says, David Jackson, just got to watch Coventry in the second half. They're not a rollover team, they are in a false position in the league. They are, but we have to also think about us. This is Sunderland. We're top of the league, and we've got to see hell with everybody else and what you're going through. We've just got to put them to bed. We've got yeah, York 5, Hartlepool 3. Crazy, damn it, Hartlepool, says David. David Jackson, come on Sheffield Wednesday tomorrow, do us a favour. I believe it's a Sheffield derby, isn't it? That could be very much finish in a draw, that, you know.
Yours.
What else we got on the chat? I hope Isidore gets his hat-trick. Couple more goals in need. With Roberts getting a yellow, possible Watson can get a game. Next game looks like a good player, and let's get Barr out of the club and anyone else that doesn't want to be here. I think O'Sheesh will go, you know. Roosin will go as well. Gary Hall can only see more goals coming. I'll assume is going to be Watson playing O'Connelly against Millwall. Half the new mags think John Tudor invented crisps. Yeah, David Jackson, it's us that matter. I'm going to go back on social media as well anyway. Stewie says, has there ever been 2 better goals scored in the same game at the Stadium of Light? And I bet you someone's going to say Chelsea here. Sessegnon Gardner against Swansea was probably closest. 2 brilliant goals, says Win. Gary says excellent in the first half. C, do it in the second. Nathan says, I'm screaming at Sirkin that Isidore's clean through, play him through, then he just drills it straight into the top corner. Never mind, you know the rest. Or you know best. Gary says, day and night from the last couple of games, organised high press, we've got to keep it going. Bradley is a bit fed up because he can't decide which goal was better. Cracking goals, class game so far. Scott says Scott says fantastic performance so far, 2 cracking goals. Kai Carruthers says much better today, well done lads, brilliant half, says Paul. Derek says I've just found this 1960s badge of SAFC with a black cat on. It says it's doing the trick. And 2 worldies as well, says Robert. Matty Coxon says just goes to show Isidore should not be playing as a winger. That man is one of the best finishes we've had in a long time. So rightly so, everybody is just so chuffed to bits with that first half performance. But we need to crack on, we need to push this. I can't emphasize this enough, you know, and I'm confident in Regis LeBrie. We won't let it happen. You know, we got to keep the press up, we've got to keep it going. None of this second half carry on. And I'm going to put the heater on because it's getting chilly. Stephen Lane, thank you very much. I'd like to take this opportunity to say how professional you are with your match reports. I followed you for a very long time. You take every account of messages the best. I try my best. Thanks, Stephen, mate. Thank you. David says, Defo scored a great goal. SJ, all teams are equipped to improve in the second half. This isn't an easy league. David Jackson against the Mags. No. Look, it doesn't matter who you play in this league. There's no such team as a poor team, because whether you're bottom, 5-6 points adrift. You're in the Championship. You're a Championship side, and the Championship is a good league. It's a very good league. The standards are superb. So you never play a poor team in the Championship. Every game is a battle, and if you have that attitude that, you know, oh, we're going to play a poor team this next match, then you'll not win the game. You've got to be professional about it, and you've got to do the job. And I think that's what Regis Labrie is doing at the minute. Oh.
Home to Coventry City. Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett back in just a moment.
Oh dear me. So come on, lads. I mean, I just hope we do win this game, because them goals just deserve it. You know what I mean? Let's get some more. T Drinker says, save the energy and grind results away so we can perform like this at home. Labrie's best manager we've ever had. How are the lads? Jack Hemingway says, currently watching this in Australia. Good. Is it morning to you wherever you are, Jack? Come on, the lads. Sunderland takes priority. It's midnight in there. Julian Gonzalez, hi again, back from Mail. Hope you enjoyed it. John Doe Sud says, good day, good night. David Stevens, Jake Hemingway, you're obviously in Western Australia like me. How are the lads? So the question is, can Sunderland
Pass Brad Collins.
do
From
this?
what, 25 yards? Brilliant goal.
Total Sport Northeast.
Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett, MBE.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Both teams out for the second half. Sunderland will kick off as referee Lee Doughty, all in black, just keeping an eye around as he stands amidst the Coventry City players in their sky blue shirts, and Sunderland in their red and white stripes run the way for the second half. Sunderland leading through those two remarkable goals from Isidore and Dennis Sirkin, and I watched Isidore just then rallying the players as they came out for the second half here. Mundell trying to get away down the left with Sirkin. Bobby Thomas gets in front of him. Sirkin's fouled the Coventry centre half, and it's a free kick on the right hand side for Coventry, taken quickly, but the referee's seen that there's Isidore's down. He's sitting in the middle of the Coventry half. It seems to be with his right boot. I think it's a problem with the boot. I don't think it's a problem with him. He can't get his boot back on. Basically, he's trying to tie the laces up now, and the referee has paused play. Now let's get on, because Isidore's back up on his feet with his boot on. The ball back with Thomas on the right, and the goalkeeper Brad Collins. Sunderland, they reinstated Roberts and Mundell to the team this afternoon. Unfortunately, Roberts has picked up a 5th yellow card, but
here we go again.
We will hope now that neither Hume nor Rigg do likewise in this second half, because Roberts and Jobe will be missing at the Den in a fortnight's time. As Binks swings a ball down the left wing for De Silva, Hume has gone across with him on that far side. Coventry to put the ball into the box for Wright, getting on his right foot, blocked by O'Neill in front of Moore, cleared, hooked away eventually by Rigg over the halfway line. Wright is a useful player for Coventry. He's big and strong. He's experienced. Yeah, he's got a bit about him.
He's handful, isn't he?
So Thomas Asante trying to slip it through to Haji Wright at the edge of the area. It comes back to him. Thomas Asante now gives the ball away to Rigg, to Neil, and then surely a foul by Binks. He just rolled Isidore over. The free kick quickly taken by Rigg. Out from Isidore to Mundell on the left hand side here, running at the defender, trying to curl one in with his right foot, but it's well wide.
Jordan says, watching this
defender backing away off him.
Well,
Regis the Beast applauding the move.
Two goals went in,
Again, quickly out of defence. Quick thinking.
But saying that way, the player played darts
in the 48th minute, still 2-0 to Sunderland. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
I'm going to have a guess at the attendance. I'm going to go
goalkeeper Brad Collins in for the injured Oliver Dobin this afternoon for Coventry. They line up with 3 at the back: Thomas, Binks and Kitching, Van Ewijk and Jack Rudoni, De Silva, Torp and Latibaudiere in midfield, and up front Thomas Asante.
Still nervous at 2-0 up.
Right. The ball back here with Mepham. Mepham to O'Neill. He hooks it away with his left foot over the halfway line. Mundell brings it down. Oh, he's deemed to have fouled Thomas. foot slightly high.
Come on, Gary. No more
Rudoni
sides,
now,
mate. No more
away
sides.
down the
Ronnie.
right for Coventry. Leaves it for Van Uyck. He just taps it back to Latibaudiere behind him, and he passes it behind again to Thomas. Down the touchline again to Rudoni, and Rudoni, he's got Van Uyck outside of him, but he's played it back onto halfway to Thomas, and now
Nice one,
into
Kingfisher.
Binks, back to Thomas. The Sunderland bench.
Durham Diver, best goal I've
Blondie,
ever had to say
Ballard,
right, Jermaine Defoe against the
Mayenda,
Max. Oh,
Rusin,
wasn't it?
Connolly, Alexic, Yelder,
Oh, where the lads
Watson and
was
Jones.
Jordan.
Across from the right by
Kingfisher, when I
Rudoni,
played
headed
that,
out by
ends up with
Sunderland.
goal and
Roberts
another good chance
somehow
as a
chests
score.
it down to Rigg, gets a
Good
return
goal.
ball, 2 against 2 here. The ball, what a beautiful ball threaded through to Isidore by Roberts. Roberts still making a run, and the cross from Isidore crashes off the defender. Back to Latibaudiere and then Binks. It has
good
happened
chance.
a couple of times now.
just
Sunderland are
wanna
opening
see
Coventry
goal,
up like
goal,
that and
goal,
making
goal,
breaks
goal,
and
goal,
exposing
that's what I wanna
Coventry
see.
at the back.
Another one.
But this time they managed to deflect it away. Comes back down on the left for Kitching, down the touchline to Jay Da Silva. He's
Absolutely,
turned away
Packer.
from Roberts, plays it behind him to eventually Kitching, floats across up looking for Rudoni in the penalty area. Mepham gets in front of him, or Brown got in front of him actually.
Excellent defending
And
there
back
by
to
Luke
Moore.
O'Neill.
Simon Moore in between the two centre halves, Mepham and O'Neill, backing into a 6-yard box, throws the ball down and kicks through the slightly left here, looking for Mundle. It's headed away by Bobby Thomas. Brown is all over Rudoni on the halfway line. Quick free kick taken by Latibaudiere out to Van Uyck, and he's taken it on into Rudoni in the penalty area, slips it back out to Van Uyck. But again, back comes Brown to defend, and it's a throw.
Well done.
To Sunderland on their left.
Absolutely, SJ.
15th game of the season. Portsmouth 2, Preston 1.
That's a good scoreline for
Sirkin
Portsmouth.
with the throw to Brown. Back to O'Neill. O'Neill hooks it across to the right-hand side. Trey Hugh just outside his own penalty area. There's a big space here for Rigg. Rigg running at Latibaudiere. Back comes Torp and fouls Rigg.
Anybody know how my
Quick
second
free
team
kick, fair
Carlisle
play
get
up, but it's a
that
rolling
particularly
ball,
so
says the
long?
referee.
So if anybody in the chat can find out what the Carlisle
The free kick will
score
have to be
is.
taken again. I'm not quite sure how much longer Torp's going to go without a yellow card in the
I
game.
like how their players make fouls and get away with it. I know SJ, it's
But he got away with another one there. And Neil takes the free kick. Mepham and Neil. Out to the right wing. It's knocked forwards by Hume. It's cleared though. It's been one back. Well, Kitching's
for the
trying to win it back off
subscriber,
Roberts.
thank you.
It does so. Finds Da Silva up to Thomas Asante. Mepham pulls him down. And free kick to Coventry just inside their half on the left-hand side. Sunderland still leading 2-0 in the 52nd minute. Brentford 2, Bournemouth 2 in the Premier League. Here's Van Uyck on the right wing,
Jordan,
slips it
as soon as we
inside
get over
then
Christmas curse,
to
we'll be
right.
We will be good.
He turns and lays
And
it
they've got
off
the January
behind
transfer
him
window as well.
to Latibaudiere, out to Van Uyck again on the right wing, crashes into Sirkin, the ball comes back to Thomas, inside to Binks. Binks in the centre circle for Coventry, turns, lays it off behind to Kitching,
Carlisle
forwards to
won
Thomas
1-0.
Asante, the
Is
Ghanaian
that game over now,
international,
Gordon,
won
is
his
it?
first cap this year, the 25-year-old. It's out on the right again with Van Uyck, plays it inside again to Thomas, trying to slip it through the gap for Thomas Asante at the edge of the area, but O'Neill cut it out. Right is on his shoulder, inside to Dan Neil, who's forced to give the ball away. He was got challenged strongly, and now free kick to Coventry for a foul by Isidore.
Don't get sloppy.
This wide on the right for Coventry. Van Uyck picks himself up, 53rd minute. 2 over the ball here, obviously Torp and Rudoni. Victor Torp, Dane. One-man wall, Wilson Isidore. At the corner of the penalty area on the Sunderland left. Referee steps back from the group of players inside the penalty area.
Early kickoff.
Rudoni
Right.
or Torp, which will it be? It's going to be Rudoni. Swings it into the 6-yard box, and Simon Moore catches it. His
Great
legs
catch.
go behind the goal line, but he falls with the ball safely in the penalty area.
Fantastic take.
And what a kick out over the shoulder of Mundle, but it comes back to the goalkeepers and headed away from Mundle. Stooped low, Brad Collins, to head it clear as Mundle was going to make the break. On halfway again for Coventry. Back
Done
here.
well. He's done well there, the goalie.
He did. Well, he read it, he came out for it. Now it's out with Rudoni again on the right wing. Back to Van Uwijk on halfway on the right. Thomas behind him. Binks in the middle, in the centre circle, looking for the run of De Silva down the left wing. On the touchline, he's got a block by Hume. Throw to Coventry.
I'm too long in the tooth for that nonsense.
Crystal Palace 0, Fulham 2.
Palace have got stuck
A
in
reminder,
this season, right?
tomorrow afternoon it's Nottingham Forest against Newcastle. Razor and Ando will be at the City Ground for
Come on,
BBC
the
Radio
Forest.
Newcastle. 1 o'clock build-up, 2 o'clock kick-off tomorrow afternoon. Here's Thomas at the back. Sunderland's under-18s have drawn 3-3 with Newcastle United this lunchtime. They were 3-1 down, Sunderland, but
Well
they've
done,
pulled it
Sunderland.
back. They finished 3-3.
Wouldn't we all,
Ball
David?
goes out here to throw to Sunderland on the left, deep in their own half. Sirkin will take. Coventry enjoying a lot more of the ball in the second half than they did in the first. But Sunderland in the driving seat with a 2-0 lead. As we said before the game, Moore will be desperate to keep a clean sheet against his former club, and 4 games, 4 clean sheets if he is going to miss out if Patterson's fit for Millwall in a fortnight. There's Sirkin on the left, holding off Rudoni, and flag up. It's a throw to Coventry. Wolves 2, Southampton 0. Van Uwijk back to Binks in his own half on the right of the centre circle. Forwards to Thomas. Thomas down the line again
Nervous at 2-0, look what's going on.
Van
Jordan, I'll be
Uwijk.
nervous if we're 4-0 up.
And the Dutchman slips it inside
Teddy, do
to
you think
Rudoni,
we'll go
back
to the
out to the
Prem?
Dutchman.
I
And now
hope so.
Thomas
That's all I can see.
to Latibaudiere. Binks in the centre circle looking for a run of De Silva. Drops to him down the left side of the penalty area. He's going to try offside. Free kick to Sunderland. Trey Hume.
It never is
With the ball.
straightforward with Sunderland, ever.
Well, what's
So
happened
far,
over here?
so good, though.
There's an impasse here, of some description, because the referee.
Something happened in
Something's
the crowd.
happened in the crowd, isn't it? On the
Yeah.
far side, on the far right hand, knee stand. There appears to be something has happened.
Is it a supporter?
The referee has paused play. So whether there's stewards, well, they're walking towards. I've actually got there's obscured by speakers actually hanging off the roof of the west stand here. It's obscuring where it seems the incident has taken place. But the game has been paused for something that's happened, I think, off the pitch. The referee's just having a chat with Latibaudiere at the minute. And now Lee Doughty is coming towards
Let's just hope
The-
everything's all right.
centre circle. We're in the 58th minute. He's called Dan Neil back from, has he? Or Dan Neil come back of his own accord as a captain, presumably.
Something going
He's
on in
been
the crowd,
called
I
by
don't know what
Lee
it is.
Doughty. Lee Doughty's going to speak to Dan Neil. He's doing so on the edge of the centre circle, pointing back at the east stand. Dan Neil's strolled on, and are we going to get a resumption of play here? Trey Humes is sitting on the ball at the moment, and I think we're about to start again. Simon Moore's coming out to take the free kick now on the right side of the
Let's hope everything's all right. That's all that matters.
Sunderland penalty area. So whatever that stoppage was for, it's been resolved by the look of things. And Moore in the 58th minute now can take the free kick for Sunderland, who lead 2-0. We're live on BBC
Well,
Radio
let's make it 3,
Newcastle.
lads.
So Moore and his green goalkeeping kick kicks long, headed away by Binks, headed on again by Neil, who gets a foot to it again, headed away again by Binks, up towards Thomas Asante, and Rudoni runs into Hume, and the ball's put out for a throw to Sunderland on the right, just back in their own half. It's going to be left for Hume to take. Lost its way a bit the game at the minute. Sunderland just trying to get their momentum going again.
There. Thank you.
De Silva is battling away with Rigg. De Silva still got it. He's got to try and come past Hume, and it's slipped inside and played back by Torp, and eventually to Latibaudiere, and back to Kitching, inside to Thomas or Binks, and Kitching wide left, and now out wide to Rudoni on this right wing. Down the line to Van Uwijk. He's fouled by Sirkin. Just clipped him. Free kick to Coventry on the touchline on the right hand side here, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Brentford 3, Bournemouth 2. Rudoni was going to take it then. He stepped back because Torp has come back as well. Players just inside the penalty area in the centre, and Wilson Isidore stands alone in front of Rudoni, who swings the ball into the penalty area, and Rigg spectacularly heads it out. It drops for De Silva in the middle, and De Silva now trying to roll the ball to his left to Thomas Asante, corner of the penalty area, and Thomas Asante has got De Silva with him, but he's going to push it behind him to Latibaudiere, who swings across into the penalty area, looking for offside. Surely was that foul? Free kick to Sunderland. It was a push. I think O'Nien was the player pushed. We played an hour. Sunderland 2, Coventry City 0.
Oh well, lads.
We'll have a few minutes added on at the end, of course, now because of that stoppage.
Come on,
O'Nien plays the ball across to Hume, on to Rigg. He's trying to get away from Latibaudiere, runs though into Kitching, who slips the ball into the centre, and now trying to win it back is Dan Neil. Comes back to Bobby Thomas inside his own half, the Coventry centre half, brings it across the back of the centre circle, plays it now to Van Uwijk, and he tries to find Thomas Asante, headed away by O'Nien. Brown, little back heel into the path of Sirkin, cheeky, but it worked. And now Rigg, he's in the Coventry half. Lovely ball played through to Brown. Brown trying to take it on, but Binks just showed too much of it to him. He clears straight to Hume. Hume onto Roberts, and Roberts now tapping it back behind him. Neil across the centre circle to Luke O'Nien, and down the left to Sirkin. Sirkin has got Rudoni behind him. No foul, says the referee, when he seems to have brought Sirkin down, and Van Uwijk is away, but his pass will be down the right of the Sunderland penalty area for Wright, who's been beaten to it by Mundle. Back to O'Nien, and O'Nien now in the 6-yard box with Haji Wright on his shoulder, gets the ball out to Roberts and back to Mepham on the right of the penalty area, and over the head of Wilson Isidore on halfway, back to Bobby Thomas in the centre circle for Coventry City. He's got Rigg on his shoulder, plays it through the middle to Rudoni. Rudoni tackled by a goal back from Haji Wright. Ball won back in the centre by Coventry, threaded through to Haji Wright, and he's pulled a goal back in the 62nd minute.
Poor goal to concede.
Come on, Sunderland.
You know, we've spoke about Haji Wright. He has been a threat, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. That was quick thinking. It was Brown who just lost the ball just outside the penalty area. It rolled through to Wright, who ran through.
Good score half-time, and we can get now in second.
Different character now,
yeah, different kettle of fish now, like so draws on the cards.
The goal back for Coventry, 2-1 in the 63rd minute. So, a warning sign from Coventry, who have started the second half brightly, certainly better than they played in the first half.
We deserve a win anyway. We deserve a win.
And Simon Moore will be furious that it's not going to be a clean sheet for him this afternoon. Well, that's a warning sign for Sunderland. And we mentioned Wright, he's hit on the shoulder of O'Nien again in the penalty area. He's gone down, but no penalty, says the referee. Did he go down too easily then?
You just got to be careful, Luke O'Nien.
Sitting on his
as
haunches.
As we just said,
Sunderland has the best players.
physically he's very strong, isn't he?
Yes,
he's got a
there's
bit of
yellow
pace.
card for Lati Baudier, and
And
he's obviously too much.
Come on, 2-0 up. Yeah, I know.
Ooh, you know, you look at that.
Something of nothing, wasn't it? That,
Don't give him a sniff.
I don't think that was a penalty.
Don't get the wrong side.
Yeah. Goal kick. Lati Baudier booked. Two players booked for dissent this afternoon, Roberts and Lati Baudier. Here's Rigg trying to float a ball out to Mundle on the left wing. Van Uijk heads it over Mundle out for a throw to Sunderland, halfway inside the Coventry half.
Have another goal, we need
back
that
from Mundle to Sirkin. Sirkin back again to O'Nien. And O'Nien, short pass forwards to Neil. Neil up to halfway, wide to Sirkin, just inside the Coventry half. Back to Brown. Brown back again to O'Nien. And now to Mepham on the right-hand side. Mepham on halfway, rolls it to Roberts, who's been much quieter in this second half, and gets the ball back to Simon Moore.
Making a substitution, Nick.
So the question is, can we hang on now?
37.
Can we hang on?
Is it 37? Bassett, Norman Bassett.
Yes, he's the 19-year-old Belgian
Thank you.
striker. He missed out last week through injury. But here's a possible break. The ball played over the top for Roberts to chase onto. He's got it on his left foot, edge of the area, just trying to roll it through to Rigg, but it is cut out by Coventry. And now they will play it back for Binks to deal with. Rigg giving chase. Just didn't quite work out for Sunderland.
He could have played it to Wilson, couldn't he?
Yes, he could. There was two options. Moore clears, the ball's come back down the other end. And
need to pull it
over the game again.
He'll
come on for
I think so. Yes, he does. Yeah.
Just for them 2 goals the first time we've scored. I hope we get a win.
He's made many appearances this season. Hasn't scored yet. Norman Bassett.
Who is that? West Brom, wasn't he? Is that right?
I think he was at Ken. Thomas Asante was at West Brom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Norman Bassett is signed from Caen in France. Caen.
Just text now.
Colin alongside us is the French linguist.
Robert's final ball.
Is it Caen in France? Caen. There you are. Caen. He's on from Caen and playing up front. He's trying to get on the end of one here, but O'Nien's got in front of him, and Moore has possession back for Sunderland. 67th minute then, Sunderland 2, Coventry City 1. And Moore throws the ball down.
Not as comfortable now, is it?
Kicks up to the halfway line. Wilson Eastador just holding off Binks. Comes back to Neil, heads it on Sirkin, trying to nod it on again, and Brown trying to win it, and finds Sirkin, looking for Mundle. Nice touch from Mundle to take it on now. He's taken this on down to the corner of the penalty, trying to roll in Isidore, but Binks cuts it out. It's a throw to Sunderland on the left-hand side.
Didn't care what anybody says.
Dan Ballard warming up, and Sirkin will take this throw for Sunderland. Looking for some movement here from Mundle and Brown. It's Mundle he finds, and it's broken for Brown. It spins up off him, and Lati Baudier heads it out. Bassett gets on the end of it, and nod down on his knees from Mepham to O'Nien, and it's played across to Hume on the right-hand side. And Hume taking this into the Coventry half, down the right side of midfield. He's still going. Hume's still going into the penalty area. A block, though, on the penalty spot. He's penalised.
He's going to get booked. He's going to get booked.
Do you think is this going to be a yellow card for Hume? This will be a blow if it is. The keeper is down. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on now around the referee, and
he's definitely going to get booked.
I think you could well be right here. Hume's been picked out by the referee. Thomas is sitting up now, and the physios are coming on for
yellow cards.
The Coventry City centre half.
But other teams have got to get suspended.
And the referee has
carded him.
Has he got a card? Or is it his whistle? I think that could well be the yellow card in his hand, isn't it? And I think this is going to be the 5th.
Yeah, it's a yellow card.
It won't be just Sunderland though, that's getting
You've got it on the
suspensions
screen there.
doing
Yellow card for
cards. It'll be every
Hume,
other
which we
team
didn't want to
also.
see this afternoon. And that's another player that's going to be missing now at Millwall. Hume has gone, it's his 7th game, he's managed to escape. And sadly, one game too many now. We're watching a replay of the challenge. Well, I'm not sure if the player didn't go down well after Hume had tried to play the ball.
Since he came to
So
us,
Roberts and
has been
Hume
outstanding.
both
He
reached
has as well.
5
Hold on, lads, his head.
yellow cards.
I think I might
So I
get
hope
a
that
game at Millwall to
You only
Zanzibar.
miss
I
one
know.
game, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's one game you don't want to miss is Millwall away, isn't it?
You don't want to miss. Or
Well,
you
it
do want to
depends. It
miss.
depends which way you look at it, doesn't it?
Referees here at Sunderland.
Are you trying to find? You're trying to find a way to get a yellow card. No, it's another yellow card. It's two, Isidore and Binks, both of them shown yellow cards.
Gone card
So a bit of a
happy now.
yellow card frenzy
Yes,
going
gone
on
card
then
happy
from
ref, hasn't he?
the referee. So
Cheers, Kingfisher.
as a
Mr.
consequence
Barker,
of
what are you
that
talking
challenge
about,
and Hume's
says
yellow card, there's
SJ.
a yellow card for Binks, definitely.
Not that
And
ref
I
here
think
to us,
Isidore
mate.
got one as
We're
well.
just not careful, I know.
Did he at the same time or not? I'm not sure. Need to clarify that one. But Binks definitely shown a yellow.
And Isidore.
Was he definitely shown one?
Yeah.
The ball over the top of Moore's goal. 20 minutes or so to play. 2-1 to Sunderland.
That's a nervy one, isn't it?
I wonder if Regis Labrise will be looking at just making a couple of changes.
Well, I think he'll
Andrew says
bring
making comments
Ballard
way
on
ahead of
for
the
sure.
stream, it's spoiling the stream, says Andrew.
See the game out. As the
It's
ball
difficult because everybody's on
out into
different
midfield
time
again
zones,
for
aren't they?
Sunderland. Dan Neil playing it across here to, well, nearly too short for Sirkin, but he's got there. Plays it behind into O'Nien, down the left wing, headed away by Thomas, and hooked on by Latibaudiere, straight to Dan Neil, who's got Torp on his shoulder, but he gets it to O'Nien behind him, but he's lashed the clearance and straight back to Coventry City. You get it out to Van Uyck
Well,
on the right wing here,
under
and
21's
he's
team will
trying to
have to
find
play
a
it.
channel
Oh.
for Rudoni down the right. Brown comes across, sprints down and knocks the ball out for a throw.
I think we'll see Dan Ballard. Again, it's just a test of character now, Nick. I think he'll bring Dan Ballard on in the mind of the Millwall game, because Trey Hume's not going to be there, so he might go with the 3 centre-backs.
Yeah, I mean, because, well, I mean, I suppose the obvious
in a way.
replacement, if you're going to play a
hope
right
not
back, is
MACKEM.
O'Nien, but
Ryan says 3-1 Sunderland.
that might be within his thinking. Ballard and Mepham with O'Nien at right back at
Are you
Millwall.
predicting
There's
that?
a header at Moore, who
Oh,
tips
great.
it over the bar. It was the substitute Bassett
That's it, yeah.
from 6
Ryan
yards,
must be
just
way ahead
headed
of me then, I
over
was making
because,
things up.
or headed at Moore, who tips it over.
I just think that they'll bring Ballard on just to get hold of this game again, because I think we've just lost our way.
Yeah,
If we put on the pressure here from this corner kick as well, it'll
Yeah.
just put right under the crossbar. You've got to be strong
I
here.
don't think Sunderland have
Simon
got a
Moore,
third.
good
I think
save.
Ryan's just predicting
Very good
3-1.
save. Torp's going to take the corner on the right. Roker end, southwest corner, and plenty of Coventry players queuing up. It's not a great corner. It's cleared. Mundell hooks it out into midfield. There's nobody there. Van Uyck will run back onto this and play it back to the goalkeeper, and he puts his right foot right through it down the left wing, and it's come all the way back actually onto halfway now. Binks plays it wide again to De Silva. I mean, Coventry, now they know they're only a goal in it, they've got something to play for.
We always talk about the third goal, don't we?
Yeah,
Whoever gets it, momentum.
it's the
Alan's
critical
left, there's about 17
phase
minutes
of the game now.
left or
Another
so.
corner to Coventry.
I can see this
away on the
being
left-hand
2-2,
side.
I can see it being 2-2. If we
It's
don't
that
book
old
our
2-0
ideas
thing,
up
isn't
like
it?
Yeah.
2-0's a dangerous lead. No,
5-0
fourth
's a
officials
dangerous
making a
lead
few
for Sunderland.
notes whether another substitution's
Yeah, they're going to make a sub.
imminent. Sunderland are going to make a change. You can see down below us,
Is Mayenda going to
I think
come
it's
on?
Connolly. And now there's a muddle in the 6-yard box from the corner. Mundell's going to get it out, and Sunderland looking to try and get the ball away, but Coventry are going to put it
He's
back
pulled it,
in
he's
again
pulled
now.
up. Mundell.
Isidore's away, trying to go past the keeper, but he's made a
Mundell's
block.
pulled up.
Mundle has seized up, he's down,
Has he done his thigh?
and he's in some pain, I think, as De Silva comes away with Mundle still on the deck, and now Haji Wright in the penalty area. He's still got it, and eventually it comes off Roberts. It'll go for another corner. There's two Sunderland players down, two players rolling about on the floor. Mundle's now flat on his back.
Isidore? Is it?
I think
No,
Isidor's
no, it's not Isidore.
No, Isidore's was walking back from the.
Is it Brown?
It could be Brown. I think you might be right. I think it is Brown.
Honestly, just for them two.
Isidore, I think, is still
Them
kicking
two goals
himself
were
for the
amazing.
keeper making that block.
It would just totally cancel
When
out
he made the break.
brilliant finishes that we've done.
It's Brown and Mundle who are receiving treatment. Well, they're going to pray that Mundle
I think every Sunderland fan just wants to sort
and Brown. It's nothing serious, because
I think
dropping like flies for this Millwall game.
I just think that he's done a muscle. The way he pulled up.
So both players still
This is
receiving
getting stupid
treatment.
now. We're going to have more players against Millwall. I know.
Connolly
I
is
know.
stripped off down below in the dugout at the moment, but it looks like Mundle's having his right leg flexed.
Oh,
There's a little bit of communication going on between
now, like,
the physio and the bench.
The way I seen him pulled up, I don't think he's going to continue.
Do you not
I
think
don't think. I think it's his
Do you
hamstring.
think it's his
Coming on.
hamstring?
Yeah.
too much indecisiveness.
Brown's
here,
back
says
up.
Gary. I know.
Mundle isn't. He's being helped up now. Connolly is going to come on.
I think
CABBIE
his
playing right
hamstring's
back
gone.
against
He just doesn't
Millwall.
look comfortable, does he? Mundle, I mean, not Connolly. He looks
So out
more than
of
comfortable.
10 being the
Mundle
highest, how
is-
is your
his
anxiety
left leg
doing?
is certainly
Mine's
slightly
about
stiffened
8.5
up.
at the minute.
As he's walking, and Brown doesn't exactly look as though he's walking comfortably.
Yeah, Connolly's coming on.
So what are we going to see? Mundle doesn't look
It's
great.
a very, very nervy stadium.
Yeah. He's
Mundle's
definitely
he's coming off. He's applauding the supporters. He's walking off here.
Well, what started
He's
off
been
as
replaced
such a
by Connolly.
fantastic first half, it's just everything's going sour.
At least it's a fortnight before the next game.
Injuries, Coventry scoring.
But this isn't ideal, is it?
No, not ideal preparation. It's got some time, Annie. Got a little bit of time.
7.4,
Yeah.
7.4 for music.
Hopefully it's just a strain.
With fingers crossed, that's all it is.
The way Brown's moving.
He's heading down the tunnel. Brown's not moving that easily. I
There'll be
suspect
something in
he's
the
going
end.
to come back on and run it
Back
off.
Andrew says 7.
But another corner for
We need to show
Coventry. The Sunderland to defend. The referee's seen some pushing again, I think, in the 6-yard box. Sakamoto is about to come on for
on you, please.
Coventry as well. The
Hit the
Japanese
thumbs up, thanks.
midfielder. He was rotated
I
at the
can see
beginning of
this
the
being
game.
2-2.
Dropped. Corner from the left, then
Hopefully
Torp
gonna
swings
Don't
this
get it
in,
blocked
headed
here.
away by Sirkin, and the referee's
Oh,
blown.
Definitely
Free
could
kick
be
to
the
Sunderland.
3-minute 3-2.
Brown's
Oh
still
my
getting
God, I think
treatment
I'll
on the
throw.
pitch side,
Yeah, Mundle's off MACKEM.
down in front of the
MACKEM CABBIE, we are losing composure.
Sunderland
We need
technical
to pick it
area.
back up again. We've got to.
Tatsuhiro Sakamoto waiting to come on. Brown waiting to come back on now.
Let's just concentrate
Simon
on this
Moore.
game for
I
now.
think
Ball.
he's struggling, Brown.
It doesn't look.
I'll give him another 10 minutes, if that. He'll be off.
Really hope
He's
that's not a
back on, trying
hamstring
to run
injury.
this
You know,
off.
Robert's Joe Puma Brown.
he's
looks
not
like
happy,
Brown
is he?
as
Not
well.
good. He's not good.
De Silva's coming off Coventry. He's gone down again, Brown. He's sitting down on the pitch. I think that's his game over as well.
Yeah. It's going to be a test. Who does he bring on?
Ballard's coming back from the warm-up. So Ballard's going to come on. A return for Dan,
Dan the man.
but another body down. So Dan Ballard preparing himself. Alan Brown just getting some treatment on the pitch. 2-1 to Sunderland. Be a good few minutes going to be added on the end of the game
We're
now.
going to have to cancel the
one
match
thing or
against
another.
Millwall at this rate.
The
We certainly are,
Coventry
Gary.
substitution's been made. Sunderland's players around Regis Labrise in the technical area. Dan Ballard then to the edge of the pitch. Brown coming off. and Ballard coming on.
By the way, this is such a boring second half.
So MACKEM and Ballard.
It just seems to be
O'Neill,
just all
are they going to go
injuries and,
3 here? It
It's
looks
just
as
got
though
draw
that's
written
the
all
case.
over it, and like I say, I hope I'm wrong.
O'Neill,
It just has.
Ballard in the centre, MACKEM on the right. At the moment, everyone in a concentrated part of the pitch for this goal
I
kick.
have to settle for a draw
On
against
halfway on the right,
I
79th
just want
minute,
to win this game.
2-1 Sunderland
Cannot
lead.
have 3 draws on the
Ball
bounce.
headed out for a Sunderland throw, just inside the Coventry half.
It is ridiculous injuries.
Hume,
It says SJ.
who's picked up that 5th yellow card along with
John
Roberts in the
Dewey said
first
we have
half,
good defence
takes the
these
throw
days,
to
like previous
Roberts.
seasons, so fingers
Roberts
crossed.
pokes it back into his own half, and it's MACKEM who plays it all the way back to Moore at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. He kicks up to the halfway line wide on the left. Isidore heads it in to Connolly, and Connolly plays it back behind Neil. Behind him is O'Neill. He's being chased by Bassett and gets the ball back to the goalkeeper, and
I
Moore
just want
kicks
people to
clear
chat to say 3-1
and out to the
Sunderland.
halfway line on the right hand side. Hume was going for it,
Don't
Sakamoto
panic,
heads it
says
on.
Tony, we'll be okay.
It's one back,
Can I have
by
some of your
Ring,
medication that you're
and
on,
then
Tony?
bit of a battle for it in midfield, which is won eventually by Hume, bringing it through the middle here for Connolly, who's onside. He's got to try and come round Van Uwijk. He's opened up a little bit of space, then he's closed down, and he's tackled just outside the penalty area. Wasn't quite sure, he was in 2 minds what to do there, I think.
Yeah.
Connolly just hasn't got the pace, has he?
And Collins, the goalkeeper, hooks the ball away for Coventry down the right wing. It's headed out by O'Neill. 10 minutes of the 90 left to play.
Captain Ray
2-1
Moring.
to Sunderland. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Benno will be here with the phone in with Colin afterwards. 0800 234 6565. Give us a call. You can text 81333.
Come
Put
on, win this,
BBC
lads.
at
I
the front of
don't
your
want
message,
to
or
go
you can
in national
WhatsApp us.
break chucking a
08000
2-goal lead away.
321
Finish 2-2.
treble 3 again.
God, that'd be a
Put
long fortnight,
BBC
wouldn't
at the front of your message as Coventry looking to burst through the middle. Right, laying it off to Thomas. Ball played up to the edge of the area. Away though from Kitching,
Tremendous.
right back
Derby
into
Jack
the
Meander
Coventry
onto
half.
SJ.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't bring
Jack
Tommy
Lee, Connolly,
Watson
miles
or
off,
Meander.
miles off.
Leave
Pace and
Wilson,
outlet.
leave
Connolly hasn't
Wilson
got
up
the pace.
top.
So now Isidore is obviously playing wide on the left. Connolly through the middle. Robertson away down the right into the Coventry half, slipping inside of Kitchen. Lovely ball through here, edge of the area. Neil trying to find Connolly, a little bit behind him. Connolly saved by the keeper, down to his left, and now Neil trying to pull the ball back. The ball went out. Just slipped a little bit too behind Connolly.
Yeah. Great ball by Roberts.
AFC
Look,
failed
I always
2,
said
Gateshead
Connolly
0 this
has brought
afternoon.
nothing to Sunderland since he's come on. He's brought nothing.
43,374.
43,500 I
afternoon.
said. How mad's that?
Ball in Coventry's half with Kitching. He
Horton
leaves
Highlight
it
says, come
now
on
for
Coventry, as
Binks.
you would if you're a Coventry fan.
Binks out wide on the left-hand side. It's played back inside by Torp, I think it is, to Kitching. Kitching taking it into the Sunderland half. Leaves it for Binks, and now Thomas just inside the Sunderland half. Thomas bringing it forward through the middle. It's swept past Bassett and played back by MACKEM to Simon Moore. Bassett went to close down the clearance, but the kick has reached the halfway line. And now back with Brad Collins in the middle of the Coventry half. The keeper passing it to eventually Latibaudiere, and he will swing it down the right wing looking for Van Uwijk.
Oh, this is bad, man.
And he's got Sirkin, who makes a great challenge. The ball still on the pitch, just kept in by the Dutchman. He swings a cross in, which is headed out by MACKEM. And now Rudoni trying to get it
This
through
is where
to
Sunderland
Hadji Wright, who
really
nods it back
must
down to
have a
Rudoni.
really strong depth.
And on this right-hand side, Van Uwijk trying to slip it through, but Isidore has got it clear.
Listen, if we're going to win the league, we have to
Back
battle
up
through
to
the
the
bad times of the season.
halfway
It's all
line.
about the players
Out to the
doing
right
their
again
bits,
here now.
says
Rudoni
Tony.
bringing it
Richard
through
Charlton. So
forwards
who will
down the
sign in
right
January to
to Haji Wright.
promotion,
Now
says
Van
Richard.
Uijk back to the
We've
American
got to
right.
cover for all his injuries and
He's got
suspensions.
Sirkin on his shoulder. Sirkin sticking with him. Isidor's there as well, who's got a foot to it. And Sirkin
Endor, says
will
Julian.
hook it away. Back up towards halfway. Over Connolly's head. Binks heads it on. Neil heads it down. Van Uijk
No
leaves it for
discussion.
Rudoni.
Yeah.
And Rudoni
Just wait till the
just
extended
through to
60,000
Haji Wright.
stadium
Back to
middle
Lati
right
Bodier. Wide on the right
arm.
again
Oh,
to
no,
Van
it's 2-2,
Uijk.
says MACKEM.
Van Uijk back to Lati Bodier.
I think they just need to bring maybe Mayenda or Tommy Watson.
Oh,
on
Something
just
they
to
need
give
an
them some
outlet,
legs.
don't they?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Lati
they need-
Bodier
Didn't
swings the ball into the penalty area. So away from Thomas by
Oh,
Mepham
no, for
to Sakamoto on the left. He
frick's
crosses and Rudoni scores.
There we go.
Rudoni gets on the end of it, heads it home. It's 2-2 in the 84th minute.
Yeah, we need some fresh legs.
Sunderland, they just watched Coventry gradually pile on the pressure.
Yeah,
They're going to get a third.
And
again,
Jack
aren't they?
Rudoni has levelled things. It's his second of
They're
the
gonna get a
season.
third and win
yeah,
this,
you can
aren't they?
feel it coming.
Yeah.
Nick, we just need some legs, and that change, I just think we've just lost our, shall we say,
They were there to beat.
our output,
also happy to get a point.
outball.
So from a dominant position at half time,
2-0.
I said
2-0 up,
2-2.
playing really well.
You haven't got
Sunderland
an outlet.
suddenly a peg back by Coventry. 2-2.
But I tell you what, if this is
Test
3
the
draws on the
character.
trot, then
That old Indian sign, that
Are the wheels
hoodoo
coming
that
off
they seem
Sunderland?
to possess over Sunderland still hangs over them unless they can find a winner in the next probably 10 minutes or so.
I tell you what, Coventry look more likely to go and win
I
this
just
now,
think they
don't
need to freshen things up. I think they need to bring on maybe a Tommy Watson or a Mayenda. Just give us some legs up there.
So here's
Unbelievable, man.
plays it back to
What is it with
Binks.
Coventry? What kind of big, like,
Thomas.
I bet you they're going to win it.
Good tester now.
Well,
Here's
It's
Chester
not
now.
gonna
Will Coventry go for the win?
It's too
Or would they
easy
be
at
happy
times.
with 2-2?
Unbelievable, man.
Stabbed away across by Sirkin to Isidore. Down the left. Away he goes. He's got Thomas backing off him. Gets to the edge of the area. He nearly lost the ball, but Sirkin's got it. Sirkin slips. Has to get there quickly, but he brings Lati Bodier down
If we didn't have that
in the
disruption,
Coventry
we'd have
penalty
won this.
area, and it's a
Probably
free
too
kick.
slow. He is too slow.
to Coventry.
Well, 3 draws on the trot, then
Well,
this is not
they'll
top
be
of the
happy with the
table
way things have gone
performance,
now.
I'm
They've
telling you
pulled themselves back in the game. It's a question
There's
of whether
no
they've
way
got the
we're gonna
ambition
get
to
top
try
two
and
end of season.
win
3
it.
draws on the
Sunderland will.
bounce. 2-0 up.
Well, they
2-3.
surely are going to try and win the game.
It looks like the wheels are coming off Sunderland. I mean, I hate to say it, but it looks that
It's not
way.
been the best of
2-0 up,
afternoons in
great
terms
first
of the way
half. Now
things
we
have
have no
gone,
damn
with
clue
Robertson
what to do.
Humes
What a draw.
yellow cards, Brown and Mundle going on
Horrendous.
injured,
It's,
and now being 2-0 up and being pegged back to 2-2. A foul on Hume.
you could have put your mortgage on it, couldn't you? You could have put your
And
mortgage
it's,
on it.
oh,
being 2-2.
please. Cliche, innit?
Now,
Game of 2 halves.
Yeah,
innit,
Haji
Donald?
Wright is injured.
Haji's right.
he's going to get treatment. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Game of 2 halves. It is an old cliche,
Oh,
but
no, we're
it's
not
very
losing,
very
but it
apt.
feels like we're losing.
Sunderland certainly lost their way in the second half.
It's just crap.
The
Crap.
Coventry certainly came out with much more intent after the
This isn't
break.
good enough, Sunderland. Cheers for the
Give them their
subscriber,
due.
thank you.
They've worked hard in the second half to get back into it and have been the better team.
In the second half, they have, yes, definitely.
I can haunt it, I can see
Haji
Coventry
Wright
getting the
receiving
third.
some treatment then. This will be yet more time to add on at the end of the game. There's the Sunderland players in a
Connolly,
circle
man,
in the
every time Connolly's on
Sunderland
up front,
half. Luke
we just
O'Nien
offer
is
absolutely nout up front, and that's
holding
just cancelled off that superb
centre
first half
stage,
display.
and Isidore throws his arm out. He's obviously had a word
Robert Thompson, just remembered,
as
Coventry
they
are
break
well
from
known
that
for winning
and
games.
start to fan out across the half, with Haji Wright still on his bottom,
Andrew
getting treatment
says,
on the far side. Trey
don't
Humes
know why
strolling
we're in, it's
across
not
to where
even,
the Coventry player is being treated, where the ball is with the
I just think
referee.
it's the fact, like 3 draws on the bounce, and we've
We've
threw
another
this away.
pause in the proceedings here. A reminder of those phone numbers then. You can call to speak to Ben
Jack Reed, Connolly
0800
League one at best, playing this
234
rather than having me end up on. Yeah,
6565.
Alex Backer, hello,
You can
everyone
text
from
on
Miami.
81333, but put
singing,
BBC at the
Packer.
front of your message.
Doug
or
B,
you
not
can
bad, still in
WhatsApp
first place. I know, but the wheels are
0803221
starting to come off, aren't they?
333 likewise
There's something
again,
not right there, like-
put BBC at the front of your message. Haji Wright still
Something not
being
right.
They're gonna make
treated.
another
Portsmouth
substitution.
3,
Something not right.
Preston 1.
No, I'm not
Ephraim
blaming
Mason
Connolly at
Clark
all,
is
but
gonna
it's just
come
the
on
fact he doesn't offer anything, does he? Connolly doesn't offer a
Coventry.
thing.
As a winger, forwards, attacking player. So is that
They won
a
3-0
sign
Borough
that
last
Coventry are
week,
going to go for it?
Coventry.
89th minute, Haji Wright is going to go off. I think this is his game over, and Ephron Mason Clark.
We're glad to see
is
the
going to
back
replace
Maybe
him. Yeah,
any
he's a
Sunderland
handful.
fan
Been a
leaving
handful.
that ground today at full time
He's
saying
got
I'm
the
pleased with
line
that goal. I guarantee you now.
Scored the first of
No,
Coventry's
I'm
2.
definitely not blaming Connolly for it all, but it's just they don't improve when he's on the
So
pitch.
they're still waiting to get Ephron
I still think
Mason
we'll get an
Clark
opportunity.
on. Well, can they take it? Here, the
Get
game
one or two
underway again.
opportunity, we'll.
Luke O'Nien across here to Ballard in the centre circle. They haven't brought the substitute on, so they're technically down to 10 men at the moment,
As
Coventry.
Regis Labrie.
The substitute's
Well,
still
the bad thing
waiting.
with
Wright
these
is over on the
substitutions, what's he
advertising
done?
board on the far side. He's sitting on the board. And
Rain says, what's
now
up
the
with
ball
you?
with
Have you ever
O'Nien.
made a positive comment?
down
Keep
the left to
negative
Isidore,
comments to
looking
yourself.
for Cirque, and he
I think
overhit
it's
it and
just
he's rolled away behind for a goal kick.
Frustration, Rainey.
And Haji Wright sitting, his legs hanging down over the
So
advertising board on the
positive
far
first
side.
half. So positive.
Mason
It
Clark
was
coming
great.
on now.
Nothing but positive
Former
comments
Peterborough.
for the first half.
Front man.
How can I be positive for this second half?
2-2 here at the Stadium of Light in the last minute. How much time will be added on?
No, Rainey's
What do
entitled
you
to his
think?
decisions.
Looks
He's
like it could
entitled
be
to his
into
opinions, absolutely.
into 8 or
I'm
9
just
minutes, I
sullen
think.
through and through my veins, and I'm just frustrated at the minute.
There could be a hefty amount of minutes being added on at the end of the game here. It's 2-2, and if there are a lot of minutes, it's certainly
All happy when in the lead
gives
and the
you the
negative now
appetite to just go
2-2.
for it.
It's frustration. It's just
as the
all
ball headed on
frustration.
into the centre circle by
actually listening to this, I'd
Latibeaudiere,
speak
finds
facts
Mason
and not
Clark,
make
now
things up.
Sakamoto, back
Jack Reed
to
had
Kitching.
more than enough
Fourth
chances to
official
wrap this
then.
game up, and
We
we
have
got pinned
9
back.
added minutes.
Keeper just saved from Connolly. How
So
hard
we're
is it
into
to get
those
match tickets at the
9
Stadium of Light for
minutes
Christmas?
now.
I don't think it'd be any difficult.
It's
9
2-2
minutes,
here at
how
the Stadium of
all
Light.
the time. Come
It's
on,
interesting,
Stu.
isn't it? You know, Connolly, you know, he gets the nod before Mayenda.
Yeah,
So it's not
Yeah.
just me saying negative
No,
comments.
you just gotta
Julian saying
remember
this added
that,
time they will
before he
score
picks
a
up that
third.
interview, he's in good form.
now it's a good point. It's a throw to Coventry, back in their own half on the left-hand side. Still in the 91st minute.
2-0 is always frustrating
Referee
score, but to
blew,
be
he
in
just seen
front and
something, and
then
Sakamoto's going to
down
take
and we
the
are up.
throw.
David Surtees,
2
Rain, how
caps
are
for
we? Are
Japan.
doing great first half.
The
and
ball
throw
hooked
away
over
2
the head of
points and
Mason Clark.
potentially
Bassett to
3
run
if
onto
we
this
watch
down the
what
left
we're
touchline. Crosses,
9 minutes,
looking for
says
Rudoni. It comes off him a bit
Kingfisher
awkwardly and
keeper
goes
fifth.
behind for a goal kick. I like Rudoni. I liked him when he was at Huddersfield, and I think Sunderland were linked with him at some point. They certainly.
happened.
There were rumours, I think, that Rudoni was possibly on the radar of Sunderland. Here's Hume, back to Ballard.
He needs help.
Ballard, Mason Clark on his shoulder, he rolls it onto Mepham, looking to lift it over the top for Roberts or for
He was off Connolly.
Rigg, and it's an offside.
I mean, you can just tell.
2-2
that
still.
stadium,
I
like
just
how
think that sometimes when
quiet
you
it
play
is.
Milton
Thanks
needs
for
to
the
go
subscriber,
out on the
thank
left hand
you.
side. We've just lost something up top.
I think we said at Preston, he's far better through the middle, isn't he?
Yeah.
Isidore's not a winger. I know.
So free kick, which the goalkeeper Brad Collins will take.
John Dudson.
Isidore will be reflecting on that break. Collins came out and made the block in the middle of the
Yes, stop
Coventry
saying 3
half.
when it's not 3. That's annoying.
kick, swings
People
down the
say
left
3-1,
wing.
we've scored
Mason
3-2
Clark
and
back
it's
to
not.
Sakamoto. It's hooked
Somebody
into the
put
edge of the
3-1
penalty
before
area.
it
It bounces
went.
into the hands of Moore, who bowls it out
Well
quickly
done.
here to Sirkin. Sirkin, he crashes into the
Kind of stand people who put false
Latibeaudiere,
scorelines down,
who got
it
the ball
isn't.
forward straight, looking for Bassett, but straight to O'Nien.
Especially
And
when
now
it's the
Ballard
Sunderland,
closed
and
down
you've
by
seen it's
Rudoni
3-1
at the edge of the
Sunderland,
penalty
it's not.
area. He swings his foot through it. It bounces over Roberts.
Not
It'll go
gonna
out for a
win them, is
throw to Coventry. On the left, just inside the Coventry half. We're in the 3rd minute of the 9 being added on. Haji Wright has slipped down off
Leeds
the
2-0,
advertising
that's what
board.
we're
I think he
saying.
might be going on a stretcher.
Leeds are breathing down your neck.
They've brought a stretcher around for Wright, and I think it's going to be taken around the pitch now on that.
Thanks for the
The
subscriber.
ball with Rudoni, it's just been whipped off him by Ballard. Sakamoto trying to
So if this
slip it through
finish
for
stays the
Mason
same,
Clark, cut out
2-2, that's 3
by
games without a
Mepham.
win.
It's a throw to Coventry again on
I don't know, is
the
it-
left-hand
can we
side.
still be positive?
It's remarkable, this record with Coventry. I mean, 2007, 8 games, 9 games now if it stays 2-2. They've failed to beat Coventry. Mason Clark over on the left, wide. Sakamoto, behind him is Torp. And Haji Wright being wheeled around the pitch as the ball
John
comes
Newell,
back onto
manager,
the
has made poor
halfway
decisions when
line.
bringing subs on.
And now Binks swinging it down the wing, looking for
Meanwhile, we
Sakamoto.
feel we're too
It's
much
going to
in
bounce
advance,
away
I
from
know.
him, and it's going to crashes it into the wheel,
I think we're opening the door
stretcher
to
that's being rolled
second
around
and
the back.
third
No,
place
he's
and
just
say,
missed
"Come
him.
on in."
He's just missed his teammate. Moore throws the ball back to O'Nien to take a
Stephen
quick
says
pass
we have thrown
from the
this away,
6-yard
just
line to Ballard.
unbelievable. We
Ballard
have
back to
difficult,
O'Nien.
a long way to go.
And
Oh, yeah.
O'Nien now out on the left. Sirkin back to Moore, closed down by Bassett,
So
but
what
he gets
line
the
in the
ball
freezer
out
for the start,
on the
Bev?
wide right
Thank you.
to Mepham, down
Did
the
you tell
line
you
to
they speed
Roberts.
one
Roberts now back behind him, Neil, and we're into the 5th minute of the 9 being added on. 2-2. Isidore wide on the left.
Look, we're
He's
not
got to try and
losing.
get
I know we're
round
not
Van
losing.
Uijk. He's got round him. He's away down the left. Van Uijk's trying to chase back. He's gone round Latibaudiere, and then Van Uijk managed to win the ball back off
pass it.
Isidore, and
Gonna
it's gone
pass
out
it.
off O'Nien. It's a throw to Coventry. Did all the
We
hard
won't
work.
be first
Isidore.
though, Doug, if this carries on. We
And a
will
throw
not be
now
top of the league if this carries on.
Coventry.
I'm telling you that now.
As Haji Wright wheeled back.
You've got to win games
in
at some
front of
point,
the
but so far this will be the
Coventry
third match
dugout.
without winning. And it's not
Gonna be off
first,
down the
that is
tunnel.
not top of the league.
Milan
form.
Van Uijk with the throw. Bassett heading it inside, but Rigg
Right back.
plays it out to Isidore, gives it to Sirkin. Sirkin back to
We
O'Nien.
had a bad spell when we
O'Nien
were...
now swinging it across to the right-hand side.
Jack
Mepham
Ross, quick
looks up,
draw,
plays
McGraw,
it
we've
short
just
to
drawn loads
try
of
to play it to
games.
Hume, cut out by Torp, and away goes Mason Clark on the left. He's got
And that's what
Ballard to
cost us
close him
promotion
down.
from
Mason
League
Clark
One.
still going down the left of the penalty area. Ballard, well, he makes a challenge, he ends up on his backside, picks himself up quickly and gets the ball to Roberts.
James Glanville,
Roberts
9
now
right post
away
to avoid
on the
relegation.
right. Sakamoto is blocked in. It's going to be a yellow card for Sakamoto now, who walked away quickly from the incident.
We cannot keep drawing games.
But there was a foul on Roberts, who was trying to. Be honest, he's right
I
back
mean,
inside
yes,
his
we're
own
not
half.
losing,
There's a
we're
lot
not
of work
losing.
Roberts still to do.
If we draw the next 6 games,
Needless
and we're
yellow
gonna say,
card, really, for
oh, we're doing well, we're not losing.
Sakamoto
At
to
some
pick up.
point, you've got to
Here
draw the
now,
line and
though,
say,
is
hey,
O'Nien
we've
trying to
got
flick
to
it
stop
through the
these
middle now.
drawn games.
Sirkin on the left. He's got Rudoni on his shoulder. Sirkin still going. He stumbles into the penalty area. No penalty, says the referee. Bobby Thomas clearly yelled at Sirkin, "Get up!" And I think they're having words with Sirkin now as he walks away from the penalty area. It's a goal kick to
City of
Coventry.
Lane.
And certainly Kitching and Thomas have words to say to Dennis Sirkin.
Oh,
He's
so,
back on the
so
halfway line
full.
now. Just took on a little bit too much then, Dennis. Goal
It's never
kick
easy
in
being
the
a Sunderland fan, is it?
97th minute now. 9 minutes being added on minimum. Collins with the goal kick. Swings slightly to the right. It's 2-all. Bassett heads it in the air on halfway. Headed on again, but comes back to Thomas.
Sean
Plays
Russell
it up
says,
in the
same
air,
crap
down the
different
right,
season,
looking for
Cabby,
Mason
should know
Clark.
that by now. Always the
Bounces
same.
high.
Rob Ramsey, 10
Bassett
grand,
pushes
lost at
Ballard.
2-0, cash out was
Free kick to
2007.
Sunderland now on the left
Oh dear.
touchline. Quickly taken, and O'Nien's switched it across to the right. Mepham, Roberts out wide. Mepham still going into the Coventry half. Leaves it for Roberts. Roberts trying to cut in. An attempted tackle. He finds Rigg ahead of him. Back out to Mepham on the right-hand side. And now back to Ballard to the right of the centre circle. Left to O'Nien. O'Nien now in the middle.
We're looking more
Trying to
and
get
more
it
like
out
the top 6
wide
side
again to
playoffs.
Roberts on the
Not-
right-hand
definitely
side.
not top 2.
Sakamoto in front of him. Roberts going here. Left foot strike. Rising all the time. And well wide. And what's the referee seen now? Another yellow card. Bassett has been booked.
The
for Coventry.
Stupid Nations League to sit through now.
That in
Points
the
dropped, you're going to say,
98th minute. I think you've got to look at it as that, haven't you? It's the manager of the month curse.
Yeah, you just think that second half we just didn't get going, did we? We allowed Coventry to start the second half well.
2 minutes left.
We're in the 98th minute now. It's a goal kick for Coventry City, who at half-time must surely have been thinking they're not going to get anything from this game, but now they're going to get a point by the looks of it. The kick from Collins floats up to Neil,
so negative,
in the air again, comes down from Rigg, Neil gets a foot to it. Back up into the Coventry half. Roberts giving chase, Sakamoto across there as well. He puts the ball out for a throw to Sunderland. If he does blow at 9 minutes, we've only got 40 seconds left. And MACKEM trying to get forwards again here, down the right. It's slipped back inside by Hume to Rigg, to Ballard in the centre circle, to O'Nien. Neil now on the left. He's got Isidore wide. He's got Sirkin just ahead of him here at the edge of the penalty area on the corner. Back out to Isidore, who crosses, and it's headed away by Thomas. It's going to come out here, bounces in front of Sirkin. It's an awkward bounce. He's got Mason Clark on his shoulder. He's kept it in, runs into Van Uy, who takes the ball out. It's a throw to Sunderland with 10 seconds or so left. If, as I say, Lee Doughty blows at 9. It's still in play with MACKEM to Ballard in the centre circle, and that is blown right on 99 minutes. It's finished Sunderland 2, Coventry 2.
That hurts,
and we certainly didn't see that coming at half-time.
We didn't see that coming at half-time. And again, I think Richard and Reese would have learned a lot from that second half. You know, again, were we too comfortable? We didn't get going in the second half, and then it was a test of character when we conceded one. We just seemed to lose our way.
In the second half.
Yeah, disappointing, and I think it's been compounded now, that disappointment, with the yellow cards for Roberts and Hume, and the injuries to Brown and Mundle.
Yeah, and, you know, again, we'll have to find a different way or different formation or different way of playing when we go to Millwall, especially hopefully Mundle recovers.
Thanks,
but
Steve.
again,
Angela,
talk about
TJ,
the 2 yellow cards to Roberts and Hume.
Support my team,
so
TJ,
with Joe
that's
missing
exactly
as well, that's 3
that's why
missing. I guess in one sense it gets rid of that whole issue of them being on 4 yellow cards. They're going to get 3 points. I think we always thought that to get to 19 games it's always going to be a big ask, but to 2 of them to pick up yellow cards in the same game, that is a bit of an issue.
Because my team
but look,
drew 2-2
they didn't lose the game.
Coventry. I so much
this run against Coventry continues. It's 9 games now, going back to 2007.
Absolutely.
Sunderland have failed to beat Coventry
top,
City.
TJ, but we won't be top for long, mate.
2 wonder goals. Wilson Isidore and Dennis Sirkin. And Dennis Sirkin, certainly a contender for goal of the season. A terrific strike from 25 yards out after lovely work from Mundle and Sirkin, a 1-2. And Sirkin carried it on and then left Collins with absolutely no chance of making a save. But unfortunately, second half, Coventry, well, they dominated the second half. Haji Wright and Jack Rudoni pulled things back for Coventry. And it's finished here in front of 43,374.
Oh, dear me. Angry's not the word, Cabby, not good enough. Thanks for the stream, Kingfisher. We wanted, but that's football. Deflated my balloon is leaking. I just don't know how anybody could be happy with that 2-2. You know, I know I'm trying to be positive and this and that and the other, but I can't. How can you be positive for that? You know, positive for top of the league. Yeah, absolutely. But we're not going to be top of the league. TJ says, not coming back to listen to your negativity again. Other pods are far more positive. You never in your lives seen us this good. But TJ, you're welcome to leave, mate. You're welcome to come back anytime you want. I'm just showing you, I'm not fake. I'm just showing you how it is. I'm frustrated when I'm frustrated. I'm elate when I'm elate. You should have heard me first half. It was brilliant. I'm honest. I just describe how I'm feeling past the minute. I'm not going to sit here and say, get in, we're still top of the league, this is brilliant, what a fantastic season. I'm talking about the now, the here and now, and we threw away 2 points. And I'm not going to put on an act and say, get in, that's 2-2, that's great. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated and I'm paid off. It's as simple as that. Retro Gamer says, Drawerland. Fiona says, FF so annoying. Says Fiona, thanks Cabby, wish it was a better result. Jack Hemingway says, a bit of a disappointing score, but the season is not done yet. We've got a long way to go. We have got a long way to go. Jonathan says, course, we've been better than this. Top of the league for now, and with dropping points, especially when we're 2-0 up, isn't good enough. No, I don't think it is. What else have we got? Sunderland will be 8th by Christmas. Well, Retro Gamer, if we carry on doing what we're doing, then, well, yeah, you don't climb the table by just getting draw after draw after draw. It's just mad, isn't it? How great it goes, how great it was the first half with them superb goals, and it's like that's just cancelled out them great goals now. It's like it's not going to be even enjoying watching them goals go in again, the 2 goals that were scored, because we know the final result. Colin Major says need a drink. I'm going back to the first half. Oh dear me. Sorry TJ, I have to apologise to you, mate, if you think I'm being too negative, but I am what I am, mate. I speak my mind, I speak how I feel on the minute, how Sunderland are playing. I'd have been jumping all over the place. I was singing in the first half, I was singing at half time. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't get any more positive if I tried. You know, it's Sunderland sets you up for the whole of the week. I'm going to be cheesed off now right through the international break now. I don't even want to watch the highlights of this game anymore, because the fact, like, it's I just hate Coventry City in just loads of Sunderland fans today. Oh, just like with a history. Oh dear me. Buff Egan says that's entirely on Lebris. Not the first time he's done that either. Sit back in the second half. Reminiscence of Plymouth. Yeah, I know. Millwall away next. But like I say, he brings Connolly on. Connolly doesn't offer nothing. I'm glad you put the R in, Colin. Oh yeah, absolutely, Simon. But I'm going to go on social media now, and I'm going to... I mean, someone's just messaged me here. I mean, people think, you know, I'm being negative and stuff. Let's have a look. Jonathan Mark says, not being too negative at all. Sunderland started playing too negative again. Yeah, I'm just commentating what I'm seeing with Sunderland. They play negative, I'm negative. They play great, I'm great. Regis shown his true colours. Text from Lorient fans, and this is my mate who's just texted me here. He says, Regis showing his true colours. Text from Lorient fans, not good enough. But if people don't like me being negative, well, I mean, I can't help it. That's how I'm feeling at this present moment in time. I'm going to read some comments from social media. Paul Rodenbury says, shocking second half, flat and nothing to show for it at all. Jas Smith says, a kick in the nuts. Paul Campbell says, teams who go up dominate games like that in the first half. Finish sides off or see the game out. Last 3 games, for all we didn't lose, questions need to be asked. Totally agree, says Paul. Although we didn't lose, any defo think should have been at least another 4 points on the board. Mark says, always a hard one to take when you've been 2-0 up. Game of 2 halves. Blew them away in the first, got pegged back in the second. Still top. It's not going to be for long though if we carry on. Millwall looks a tricky one next door. Duncan says, ridiculous. It's no good playing for the win when there's no time left. We need to play like that for the whole game. It's a joke. It says the players need to start earning all that money they're getting instead of trying to sit back and hang on to the lead. It never works. When will we ever learn? Peter Richardson says, absolutely embarrassing to play the way we did in the second half. See, it's not just me being negative. I'm feeling what every other Sunderland fan's feeling at the minute. Jamie says, not good enough. Last 3 games we've been poor, especially when other teams around us are getting the exact same teams we can't. Beating the exact same teams we can't. Something needs to change or we will see ourselves falling down this table fast. George says, shocking second half. Shouldn't have let that slip, but still in a good position. Better than we were last season. Still unbeaten, so take it and move on. Yeah, we're still unbeaten, but like I said before, if we draw the next 5 games, we're still unbeaten, but we're going to be probably sitting mid-table. You can't keep drawing games if you just cannot. You just cannot do it. Brendan says that's unacceptable. 3 times we got ourselves in positions we should be scoring from and fluffed them all. Says not liking what I'm seeing from Connolly when he comes on too. He looks so unfit. And this isn't coming from me. This is what's coming from all the Sunderland fans as well. So what other things have we got? Ard Gadji on the internet says, whatever the question is, Aaron Connolly is not the answer. He says, how could Lebreeze wait for injuries before changing it up? Had he not been watching the same game as everybody else? Staggering how we blew winning that game where we looked so dominant in the first half. Tony says though, what do you supporters want? We never turned up second half and I am disappointed like everyone else, but we never lost and are still top of the league. We are still top of the league and I can't argue that. But it's the manner of the game today, I think, what's really cheesing the Sunderland fans off. Really disappointing, says Ryan. After that first half, totally lost control of the game. One criticism of Regis Lebreeze, takes too long to make changes. That was almost like Jack Ross, sit back with a lead and hope for the best. I haven't criticised Lebreeze till now, but tactics for that second half were absolutely horrendous. And that's coming from all the Sunderland fans, like I say, on the social media. So 4 more chances before I get off. Simon says, I'm pissed off, but would we be complaining if we mid-table before today? Jonathan Mark says, yes, we would be very complaining. The last 3 matches have been dismal. Yeah, of course, we needed to pick me up today. We needed that win today. Judith says, I'm gutted, needed to beat Coventry. They always beat us, and Connolly needs sacking. Harley Gaz, after the week that we've had, that was a good result for us. Push up you Blues, says Harley. Yeah, they'd be happy, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? We would be if we were 2-0 down and we came back from that. So you've got to congratulate Coventry City for coming back to make it 2-2. David Surrey says, Simon, that's irrelevant because we top and losing points. Yeah, we're still top of the league. Of course we are still top of the league, but it's our form at the minute which is worrying. Teams below us, the next 4 or 5 teams is going to be rubbing their hands and saying 3 games Sunderland haven't won. They've lost from, they've come back to we're 2-0 up and they've finished 2-2. Do you know what I mean? They can smell blood from that top of the table, and rightly so as well, because that's just not good enough. Sorry for being negative. I'm just a true Sunderland fan and I'm frustrated to hell. But thanks everybody for coming into the chat. Thank you indeed. And we'll catch you on Monday for the MACKEM CABBIE and Davey show. So until then, we'll see you later. Love yous all.